Hello, welcome back to Down the Board the podcast. I'm your host, Niku13. I am joined by
Crazy Cross Divine,
Ravencross,
and today we are reviewing Spider-Man, Brand New Day. Now, we're going to do the non-spoilers first, and then we're going to get into spoilers, okay? So, first off, I want to say I really enjoyed the movie.
I liked the movie. It was a pretty good movie.
it was okay.
Your ratings for the movie?
I mean, I'm gonna rate it high. No, I probably shouldn't, but it'll be a 7.8.
I would say it's about a 7.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly is because of what they showed in the film.
Mm-hmm.
But I really enjoyed the film. I want to see more.
Mm-hmm.
And they were definitely giving more. Unfortunately, they couldn't do it all in one film because it would have been too big at that point.
I'm definitely trying to be nice with it, but there's a lot of things that, like,
That's why
just that missed mark. Yeah, so I guess I'll just give it a 7.
Yeah, I'm at a 7. Just because there's...
You see, I'm the nice one now of the three.
Hey!
I'm joking with you.
With all the other movie reviews we've been putting out, at least a 7's better than like a fucking 0.
Yeah, it looks like Toy Story is still the only one that we all liked.
all agreeably liked.
I mean, we liked Scary Movie.
Yeah.
But I think we rated that.
No, we rated that high.
Oh, we did? Okay.
We rated Toy Story and Scary Movie high. The only one that we rated low was Masters of the Universe.
That's because it didn't have Panther in it.
No, that's not the only reason.
No, it's because it was
Skeletor was a bitch.
It was because it was definitely supposed to be a different movie, and they used Masters of the Universe characters in the roles instead of original roles.
And Evil Lynn just wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
She was a whiny little fucking bitch.
she was not good.
That was terrible. Alright, back on the subject.
Yeah, so that was the spoiler-free review. You may now leave if you do not want spoilers. If you want spoilers, here you go. So, with that in mind, Spider-Man Brand New Day picks off where No Way Home lives off.
Yeah, well, not really.
Left off.
Left off.
It's not really. It's like a couple years later.
Like 4?
Yeah, I would say 4
4
or
or
5 because Pete in the movie Peter is going through that day-to-day shit.
Mm-hmm.
As Spider-Man, and he you'll see him following his Ned and MJ who went to MIT.
On Instagram.
Instagram
or TikTok.
I think
yeah.
it's TikTok.
Probably TikTok.
Yeah.
But we also see that Peter gets an apartment building, and
He gets an apartment.
yeah, not the building.
No, he doesn't get the building.
He's not Fantastic Four rich. No, he goes and he gets in his own apartment. He's introduced to this area, and the building manager is just like, yeah, we usually just store crap in here, so you're going to have to clean it out, but it's fairly cheap. And Peter looks around and is like, you know what? I'll take it. It's perfect for him.
I also like the fact that in this one, you see that Peter is actually intelligent, like in the comics. That's one of the things I really like. He has in his apartment, he has like a computer set up, and you see him tinker with his shit.
So, you brought this up off of the podcast, but I wanted to reiterate to you that he has been shown to be smart in everything else, but he has been using more advanced tech in the other movies. Here, he does not use advanced tech. He makes it all
AI the whole fucking time.
But he's not using advanced. He's
That's
making it all
he's
himself.
Not cucked by Tony.
He's making it all himself.
That's what he's supposed to do.
He has like
more than he did in the past.
a fucking 3D printer, pretty much.
Yeah, he has like a specialized, like you see him how Peter is supposed to be. He does not have Tony shit. Peter is smart. He's as smart as Reed Richards.
All right, but how they never touched on how is he making the money to pay for the apartment?
They never really touched on that.
He doesn't work at the Bugle.
Essentially, what we saw in the film was he is Spider-Man basically 100% of the time. What's implied is maybe that he gets the apartment building for free because it's a storage space. But that's probably not it.
I doubt it.
I really doubt that.
Because the guy said the rent was cheap.
Yeah, the rent was cheap.
So, but
we just don't know what work he does.
Yeah, there's no like references to like him taking photos for the Bugle. There's no references to the Bugle or any of that. You just see him as Spider-Man, and that's his job. And then he comes home, and when he's in his apartment, he's just tinkering with his Spidey suit.
Mm-hmm. Making it better, upgrading it and everything, just to keep being in Spider-Man, because if he's not Spider-Man, he's nothing, essentially.
I mean, unless Aunt May fucking left him an inheritance.
Yeah.
That could be, but that would mean he runs out of it eventually.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Everyone in the movie basically is looking for a job. Ned has a job, it's implied. Mary Jane, MJ, had a job. She went into the interview. They gave her the job. She denied it.
She said for moral reasons. But we don't know Ned's job. We know they both went to MIT, like they all three planned, except Peter didn't go.
Because he was wiped from everyone's memory, so he doesn't do that.
Yeah. So, again, we don't know what his job is. I do like his suit.
The suit is more reminiscent of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But it's also more inspired by the comics.
Yeah, I like how he sits there. To me, personally, it shows Spider-Man that he's not having some big tech corporate. That's one of the things I did not like, that Tony always was like, here's a suit, here's this, here's your upgrades. Peter makes a suit. And I really like to show how, like, Peter is tinkering with his suit. He's improving his suit. He's making it his own.
Essentially, it shows that once he fell down from everything, he started to say, hey, I'm going to build my own stuff and work my way back up to that peak. He was at peak. He fell from grace. Now he's like, I'm working my way back up to be peak again.
And with he has the canisters, so
he's always had them. It's just they were built into the newer suits.
What I like is, I'm fucking gonna say it, I'm old. If you ever watched, if you haven't, look it up, the 60s Spider-Man, or Spider-Man animated series, where Spider-Man literally goes and his web fluid is not just shooting people, he has like a web bomb and stuff like that. And I like that in this one, that his canister, he has different canisters that are like, he can chuck the canister and it's a grenade and it does the webbing and it stops.
But that literally only lasts for a little fucking bit.
I feel like it's just they have, every single one has those. It's just once he releases them as grenades, he loses those web, which is why he needs to have extra on him.
Yes, but I do like that they show that, if that makes sense. And he's creative with his webbing and stuff like.
It's probably implied that because he doesn't have his original suits and everything, that he had to recreate that technology by himself.
Which he always fucking did.
He does in the comics, yes. Remember, it's MCU Peter.
Don't care.
This MCU Peter is smart. But
me and Crazy are very, like, the comics are right there. Because when you make a movie, you have an idea, and you take your script, and you do a storyboard. Well, what is a comic book? If you open a comic book, that's basically what a storyboard is.
Exactly what a storyboard is.
So, our biggest thing is, like, you don't need to make shit up. You open a book.
Well, they're not making too much stuff. They're trying to be accurate to the character.
I understand that.
And they're trying to make it in a realistic way for how this universe would come to that since they've already established that.
And like, I'm fine with, like, okay, we have better tech than what it was in the 60s. You know what I mean? From the comics. So I like the idea of, like, okay, he's not using the old big bulky monitor, but he has that upgraded tech and he's still using it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so it shows, like, okay, we're in a modern era. I understand that time gap, but he's still it's still reminiscent to that's
All right.
I'm okay with that.
So the suit is bright. That's the brightest thing in this movie. And that's kind of one of the things that pissed me off because...
Dingy New York.
None of the... Well, New York can be dingy, but what about the supervillains?
Okay,
They
so
should be bright and animated, and they are not. They are dark, dingy, fucking Batman ripoffs.
Boomerang was bright, but you could barely see him because he was only in for one panel.
I didn't even get to see him.
He was like in for
I
like
saw
a
him
split-
like right there.
he
I
was a
didn't get to
split
see him.
second.
I saw a tarantula who didn't look anything like tarantula.
Okay, yes,
I thought it
yes.
was Firefly. Or
Firefly is DC.
a Beetle. I thought it was Beetle.
Yeah.
He shared the same colors as Beetle.
Okay. I mean, Tarantula is mostly all black and like a red spider
Like
on him.
for example,
No. Tarantula wears a whole red thing, black spider, and a blue fucking bandana.
so for example,
Okay, I'm looking at the wrong picture then.
All right, so for example, Scorpion is in here, but he's wearing like it looks like I would say adamantium armor,
So,
but shaped with a scorpion tail.
He's not wearing his comic accurate design. He's wearing something more
And
akin
that's
to
what we mean by
Vulture.
dingy.
He's wearing something more akin to what Vulture's game
But
was
Vulture
using.
even wore green with
No, he didn't. He wore fucking...
He wore a mask.
yeah
I'm talking
Vulture
about-
was shit.
I'm talking about like
in
what
the comics.
I'm talking about what Shocker and Vulture were wearing when they were first introduced into the MCU.
Mhm.
That's essentially what Scorpion is. He's not wearing a mask or anything because everyone knows his face. Okay, now I see.
Let me see.
We're looking at Scorpion. I'm not.
It's
We're looking at
Tarantula.
Tarantula.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scorpion. He's not wearing his green suit or anything. But a lot of the poses that they do is right off of the comic book covers.
That's fine, but it's the fact that that's what we mean by the villains are dingy. Like Peter's bright, and of course, yes, Punisher's in here, and I thought Punisher was fun. How
Punisher's...
I think everyone in the movie was good. It's obviously that you guys have a thing, and then we'll get to it later.
that's fine.
Okay, so with that, we then get a montage of Peter as Spider-Man
We also
fighting
get to see Tombstone.
villains,
Uh-huh.
which Tombstone is a part of. It goes Scorpion and Tombstone, and those are the ones that are actually acted out and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, we get the cover of Amazing Spider-Man #1 of World's Finest. No,
Amazing fantasy.
Amazing Fantasy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Amazing.
World's Finest is DC.
Sorry.
Amazing fantasy.
Amazing Fantasy. We get that issue cover with Spider-Man on it, saving a guy, but it's not a regular guy. It's a crook that falls off the roof.
Again, it's
So
nice to
we
have
get-
these little Easter egg treats or...
But the guy who plays Tombstone was the guy that was playing Tobias Whale on Black Lightning, which means he was a good mobster if they hired him for that role too.
I didn't like the suit that Tombstone wore.
It's just a regular suit.
No, it's fine.
Didn't Tombstone have black hair?
No.
Okay.
Wait, he's
He was
albino.
Yeah, he was completely like
Oh,
silver.
I'm thinking of Hammerhead.
You're thinking, yeah, I
Yeah.
think
That's what I
Hammerhead.
was thinking of. Hammerhead.
Hammerhead
I wish
is
we
either
got Hammerhead.
Hammerhead was either introduced in one of them, or it was some other character that's smashing through a building with his head.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Probably Hammerhead.
Was that it?
I'm not sure.
Because that looked nothing like Hammerhead, and if that's Hammerhead, that's gonna piss me off because he's supposed to be a mobster, and he's one of my favorite.
I know,
fucking
I know.
characters.
Yeah, I was thinking of like from the '90s. You know, the pinstripe suit,
Yeah, I know.
black hair.
I know.
So
I'm just saying that makes sense
Okay.
for someone ramming into something that's not a rhino.
It looked
But
like it was Bulldozer.
okay, maybe it's
from
Bulldozer.
the Wrecking Crew.
Maybe it's Bulldozer.
But again, that's a Thor enemy, so I guess they could have made it Hammerhead.
Oh.
Again, if that's the case, that's gonna piss me off if they come out and they're like,
okay, this guy from the '90s Spider-Man.
yeah.
That's Tombstone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said.
Like I said, I got that.
You got your wires crossed.
I got
But
my
yeah,
wires
he's also Tobias Whale on Black Lightning, the main villain of Black Lightning in the show.
Okay.
That actor.
Okay.
You don't like the actor?
The actor did fine.
Yeah, but he did. So when they show that, I'm thinking, oh, we're gonna actually see something, and that's one of my gripes with it is we get to all these characters, and we can't explore it because of how compact it had to be to tell the one story it was gonna tell.
And the one story sucked.
Yeah, it was eh.
It really took it out of the Spider-Man universe.
Yeah. Spider-Man has so many villains, and when you get...
They decided to bring an X-Men hero into the mix as a villain.
She has had experience as a villain before,
But
but we'll get to
She's
that.
in Phoenix Force.
We'll get-
I understand
we'll
that.
get to that
Which
later.
probably just gave it away.
Well, people doing videos on it already, so they already know. But we'll get to that later.
Oh, yeah. See, that's who I was. That's, yeah. Like I said, I got my fingers crossed.
Yes, I know who
My
it is.
wires
Okay.
crossed.
So, we get those clips.
Mhm.
Then we get the introduction of Peter talking to the police chief, who... Did we ever get her name?
I don't
We got her children's names, which I'm blanking on the children's names.
We
I
got
keep
her
thinking it's
name,
like
but I
Poppy,
didn't.
but that's...
That's what she called her son.
Yeah.
We got her name, but none of us really cared about her name.
I was...
She wasn't in there really as often as
She
she
was
should.
in there way more than she needed to be.
She was kind of like sitting there trying to be like a mother figure to
Yeah.
Peter, and I don't really understand
I-
the concept of why Peter is talking to the police chief, because
I feel like it was supposed to be that she keeps him out of jail and he keeps getting criminals for the police. But
Peter's not supposed to, like, Spider-Man doesn't, Spider-Man catches the criminals and then the police show up. He doesn't
Yeah.
work with the police chief or any of that. So, like, you know, like, for example, the police chief should know that Peter Parker
so
is Spider-Man.
they have done that in the Insomniac Spider-Man.
Nobody knows who Spider-Man is right now.
Yes,
Because-
But
everyone.
it's the fact that the police chief could just be like, who's this phone registered to? Because she's obviously on the phone.
She's
with
obviously
Spider-Man.
incompetent because she didn't know how to track faces.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. I didn't like that. I felt like she was, because we killed Aunt May off, we needed a mother figure for
Yeah,
her.
Essentially,
That's
they wanted to
exactly
have
what they
some.
wanted.
They wanted to have Peter have a connection with someone
No,
who's
Peter
telling them.
doesn't have a-
No, it's that they wanted Peter to have a connection to say, "Hey, you need to have more connections."
Bruce!
No.
Bruce!
We're not getting to that point yet.
We need Bruce! Oh, he's over there depressed. Who does he talk to? Bruce. The gargoyle might not talk back, but Bruce. You know what I'm talking about. Unless we're merging to show gargoyles with fucking... Well, wait a minute. Doesn't Spider-Man is owned by Disney? Couldn't we bring the Hunchback of Notre Dame gargoyles here and Bruce starts talking back to him? That would be fucking cool. And Spider-Man's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have had those mushrooms on that pizza.
Please don't, Disney. Please fucking don't.
So
Alright, sorry, ADHD moment.
yes. So we go after we get all that done, and we're on. There is a.
Can I say something? I would have liked to see a little more of those Spider-Man villains.
That's the thing. I would have rather
It's
saw
like
more
smack,
villains.
smack.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying,
Playing a
like, I
part.
would like to see them as if they were playing a part, but I wanted to see the parts expanded more.
Yeah.
They
But
had the
because-
hand. They had the fucking hand.
The hand they showed doing their thing once,
It was
and then
such
it was,
trash.
and then they introduced them again working for the main villains. But I digress. We're not into that point yet.
Did anybody get the main villain's names?
Yeah, damage control.
Yeah, damn it.
No, the actual dude.
I don't remember.
So I can look him up to see if he actually plays a part or if they
I
just...
think they called him Wolf. I forgot. I think that's his last name, but I don't remember.
Because I was like, okay, this guy could be like one of the leaders of the fucking Sentinels, and that would like go into the fucking X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
I mean, he's probably introduced as a warden in the prisons. So that's probably in the supervillain prison. So that's probably who he's supposed to be. But he's working for damage control.
All right, sorry.
But we get introduced to a tank that is being driven downtown New York or something. Is being driven. And Peter is on his way to apprehend the person that's in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
Getting stopped by the tank because the tank is a little too strong, and he gets shot down from the tank. When he gets back up, he gets hit by a car. The car is being driven by Frank Castle, the Punisher. They have a little back and forth of, hey, Peter saved Frank in the past, and so he should know that, hey, you shouldn't really interfere with something you're not supposed to interfere with. Like, don't try and kill someone when we're trying to bring them in peacefully.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to do my own thing.
I did like the banter. That's one of my biggest things is I did like the banter. You saw more of how Spider-Man is. See, Peter is supposed to be this shy, nerdy kid, and when he puts that suit on...
Wisecracker.
Yeah, he's a wisecracker, smartass, and you get that with when he's going back and forth with fucking...
Frank.
With the Punisher, with Frank Castle. But you don't get that really anywhere else, where he's messing with villains.
Yeah.
You don't really get that. You get like, oh, come on, don't do this.
Well, you get that later on when he finally figures out who the main villains are. It's implied that the villain we're going to be introduced to is much stronger.
Mm-hmm.
So he should take them more seriously. He's not wisecracking as much. So that's probably why he's not cracking anything against them. But Frank points a gun at Spidey, to say, get out of my way, or it's gonna shoot you.
That's the guy, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so it is William Bill Metzer.
Yes, he's a since I got his name, he's an anti-mutant activist.
Oh, okay.
In the actual comics.
So that at least explains why he's introduced here and does... Okay. So, Peter takes the gun away from Frank, puts it on his car, and is like, okay, Frank, you're gunless. He's like, yeah, I thought you'd do that. Takes out another gun. Peter webs that gun up, and he's like, oh yeah, you think you're funny. Bang. Peter goes right back onto the tank. And he's like, you know what? Tank can't stop it right now, and slingshot into Frank, takes him out of commission. Has his car just swerve into the street.
Yeah, his fucking black van. I wish they would have had his buddy with him. Frank always has that dude in the van with him.
Yeah,
what's his name?
He wasn't in the show.
Wasn't it?
He got removed after season 1 of The Punisher.
Well, he's the tech dude in Frank's...
Yeah, he went back to his family.
Well, that's stupid.
If I remember correctly, or he died.
I did like the guy playing Punisher. I did like it. He did. I thought he did really good. I don't really know much about Punisher. I know some. I've watched the Punisher movies, but I haven't really read the comics.
Punisher was introduced as a Spider-Man villain turned anti-hero.
Yeah, I know he's an
anti-hero. It's just like how Kingpin was introduced as a Spider-Man villain and then turned into a Daredevil villain. Punisher was introduced as Spider-Man villain, then he turned into an anti-hero that was working with Spider-Man that spun off into his own comic series, and now he's mostly known for working with Daredevil because of the show. But other than that...
microchip, I guess it was?
Okay, so Frank is taken out of commission for the battle. Peter then jumps back onto the tank to try and stop it, swerving it so that it misses the bus. And it looks like we got another X-Men reference with Rogue, but we're not sure. It's just probably someone that has their hair dyed.
Yeah, her hair was
I
just,
didn't even fucking see
her
that.
hair was dyed white.
It was dyed white here, but everything else was brown.
No, it was white.
It was brown in the back. It was white on top.
Again, she shouldn't be there at that point in time.
Rogue's too young.
No, it was probably just a reference. It probably wasn't even the character. It was just like, hey, here's Rogue for anyone that's looking, but it's not really Rogue. It's just
That's stupid.
it will be like, hey, you got a Gambit and Rogue shirt on. That must mean the X-Men are coming. That's essentially what it is.
That would be better. That would be a better cameo.
But I digress.
Well, he moves the tank out of the way, but he gets off of the tank because of that bus. He's trying to follow the tank. They're being told that it's going downtown to the facility where they're keeping Scorpion.
Yeah, the damage control facility.
Mm-hmm. Scorpion is being transferred over to another...
To a high security prison.
Yes. And they need to get to the tank before it gets there.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of high security,
And it will kill people.
villains, and it will kill people. So Peter's trying to stop them.
So
There
he
was
gets
no
there.
high security villains besides Scorpion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
Which I didn't
he gets-
understand that comment. If there's, there's no high security,
Well, he's able to stop the tank and flip it over only for it to go into other people. So Spider-Man has to take his webbing and get the other people out of harm's way while the tank swerves over. And then when he opens the tank to see who's riding it, it's just an old woman. And she is just like... Peter is just like, ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to step out of the car. And she's like,
Thanks.
yeah, I think I will. Goes to another person. And Spider-Man is just like, what the fuck? Huh? We got guard behind him. He's like, hey. And Peter's just like, okay, web you up. Okay, what are who are you?
people are slumping over and then getting up. Something possesses old lady when she slumped over or went to another person, and then Peter's like,
Well, she slumps over and goes back into consciousness.
yeah, so she slumps over, she goes, where am I? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And then Peter sees this, so he starts...
He senses it.
Yeah, he senses
His
it.
spider sense is able to sense when a shift happens.
Yes.
But not for long. So
Yeah.
in this interaction, he sees it go all the way up to the roof, where Scorpion is being taken by a helicopter. He goes over to try and get there, and then he sees a guard that's saying, "Save me, Spider-Man." He's gonna fall off the roof. So Peter saves him, but it's revealed, no, that's the villain. And so the villain attempts to hijack Peter's mind, only to be forced out immediately. And the question is, well, why can't I do this? Why are you so stronger than me? You forced me out. That's never happened before. He's like, okay, I don't care about that. Who are you? What are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
oh, don't worry. I have bigger plans than this.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Spider-Man?
He goes into
What?
the
What-
helicopter.
what did I do?
No, he doesn't do it. Okay.
No, not
That-
yet.
that-
That happens later.
Okay.
But it's like, what happened?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to hurt you, Spider. I never do that.
Oh,
I know, man. I know. I love you, Spider-Man. So they're trying to figure out. So what we do after that point, he's trying to figure out what happened. They go to damage control. He talks to the main guy at damage control, who is
Bill Metzger, an anti-mutant terrorist.
And we don't know that until later in the film, but we also found out about that because of...
That's what he is in actual comics. But he doesn't show that in this movie.
Yeah, he doesn't show
that. And I thought the fucking mind control shit was an actual other Spider-Man villain, which we could have used, Mr. Negative, the Spider Queen. When I saw a woman, I'm like, it could be the Spider Queen.
Spider Queen only controls insects. It was supposed to be only people with insect genes. but she uses it to control spider individuals specifically, which is why she turns Captain America into the Spider King.
All right. Well, we got the
during Spider Island.
We got the Persuader, or we got Mindworm, or Mr. Like I said, Mr. Negative. He's one of the newer villains that they probably could have used.
But doesn't Mr. Negative turn people into his minions by turning them into the negative form of them?
It says that he can just corrupt them.
Yeah, it turns them into negative form.
They could have rewritten it.
Oh, you're happy with them rewriting that, but not older characters. Wow.
To have an actual again
I know to have an actual spider villain. Okay.
The one that I would have chosen
to have an actual spider villain instead of the villain we got. Is that what he's saying? There's plenty of other ones. If they're going to change things around, I'd rather it be an actual spider villain. That's what he's trying to say.
Okay.
Instead of pulling something where everybody recognizes the name, and it's known hero.
Who's done villainous things.
Yeah, who's done villainous things, but everybody knows
them as a hero.
Knows them as a hero, so you wouldn't expect it to be them, and then it...
Okay.
When we get to that point, I have stuff to say. If that makes sense. Because
Okay.
I don't want to, jump ahead.
So, going through this, we get to damage control, we get to, what was his name again?
Bill Metzger.
Bill Metzger. Peter is saying that the individual kept saying VMAX.
Yeah.
And they don't know what that means. It makes no sense to them. This will be explained later in the film, but it's a huge thing of there's something with VMAX. What are they not telling us? What is VMAX? We get to a point in which Peter is going to buy flowers for her. So he's been buying flowers for his aunt. To put as his aunt's gravestone.
Yeah, he visits Aunt May's gravestone and everything, brings her flowers, I think, every year. I don't know what day every year.
It might be every week. It might be every week or something.
Well, the way they showed it at the beginning is he would have flowers, but he would look at the TikTok of Ned and be like, and every time it would be like, it's another year, we're graduating this year. Does that make sense? So I don't know if it's the anniversary of her death, Mother's Day, or...
Well, I'm thinking he goes there every single week because he's going to the same place getting flowers, and it's being shown that, hey, he does it often enough.
Maybe he's doing it Mother's Day, her birthday, and he has specific days that he's doing it. Mother's Day, her birthday.
Yeah.
I could see that maybe it's once every month.
And then the day that she died. So
I could see it more he's doing it at least once every month, and maybe we're seeing it so close to the next month. Because he's in there buying flowers for his aunt gravestone, and in the store that he buys the flowers from, Ned walks in, and he goes and buys beer, and he goes for an energy drink, and it's just he tells them to memorize this face. Do not sell me this energy drink. Okay, wait. Actually, maybe one. Okay, maybe two. But then after that, no more. Do not sell me this energy drink anymore.
Yeah, this was after they graduated, so I guess he got a place. Before you find out he got a place in the city.
Mm-hmm. So, because Peter sees Ned, he decides he's going to follow him, follows him on the subway, follows him to the apartment building and their party, and he's just
getting a little stalkerish.
Yeah, he's just I want to see how he's doing, but he's oh, he doesn't know me. You know what I should do? I should follow him.
That's fucking creepy.
We could have had Mindworm be the villain and bring an obscure villain into the light instead of using who they did.
This is the part in the movie where I had deducted points. As I said, I have it as a 7, and this is why it's not higher, because you see Spider-Man, he's not thriving, but he's doing the best he can. You see him digging himself out, and because of this one thing, he's I'm gonna start stalking them and following them, and now it becomes all about him and them again, and I'm like, dude, get over it.
So-
You're like stalking the shit out of him for like 4 or 5 years. This is
So,
getting ridiculous.
I don't think it's stalking until he decides to follow him and not say anything to him. It's just him seeing how they're doing, and it's like, he's glad that they're living life and everything. He's glad that he's able to make sure that they're safe.
Yeah. And
But then
Watches
this
all of
time-
fucking Ned's TikToks.
Yeah, because no one else is, apparently.
I mean, it's fine because he's checking on him and like, but he's not interacting. But I don't like the fact that he's like, now it's becoming like, oh, I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna do this. And I'm like,
That is a little, yeah.
come on. Spider-Man is Peter's finally starting
So-
to put his both feet on the ground, and now we're gonna do this again.
So he follows Ned to his apartment, which is having a party.
Like an open house, like a first, like I guess first open house. I guess that's what it is. Not an open house.
A homeowner's
Homecoming.
welcoming.
Yeah,
home welcoming.
or something.
Yeah. So he's going through and he sees Ned's already has an entire wall of Spider-Man of trying to figure out who Spider-Man is. And in the background of that room, we see a Naruto poster.
Really?
Yeah,
I saw an anime poster.
it was Naruto.
Okay.
It was the original Naruto, not Shippuden. It was Naruto. But he's looking at it and he's like, "Oh my god," it's like weird. And then Ned comes in and is like, "Oh yeah, do you like my ball? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who Spider-Man is. Not in a creepy way. No. I just want to thank him because he saved
Is
me
that
when I was
he
high school."
He made that fucking app.
Yes.
He brings up he made an app, the Spider Tracker.
And actually, Peter finds that amazing because it's like, oh shit, you actually made something that kind of helps in a way.
So this is
Doesn't know that it's going to be a backfire at some point later down the line, but it helps.
This is kind of like foreshadowing because you can tell he's trying to figure out who Spider-Man is. So maybe his memory isn't as erased as MJ's, if that makes sense.
He's always wanted to know who Spider-Man was, even before he knew that Peter was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, he
sees
him as a nice guy, and he wants to be more friends with him. And we get that later in the film too.
Yes, but that also opens up. That
So-
also makes him makes the spell weaker, I guess. The magic weaker, I guess.
Like we said, Ned is magic.
He's not fucking magic.
He's magic.
I ain't doing that.
He's magic. Magic.
Ain't no fucking magic.
You just hate that he can do shit that you can't. Okay, so now we get introduced to MJ, who is coming in. Peter tries to introduce himself, but he gets stopped by MJ, and then MJ is saying stuff about how people are drinking at the party or something. He's like, "Oh, who's this?" And he's like, mentor.
Or mattered or
Yeah, he stumbles and he does not. He doesn't say his actual name. He just says some random stuff that sounds like a name, and it's just like, "Oh, okay, mentor. Yeah, nice having you here."
And he's like, "I brought flowers," and she's like, "Oh yeah, other people usually have been bringing like alcohol and dips and chips."
This is actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like very friendly, like a friendly neighbor. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
She goes to put them into a vase, and then Ned asks her, "Hey, did you get the job?" And she's like, "I don't want to talk about it." It's like, "Oh, did you get it or didn't?" So, I got accepted. Oh, congrats! But I turned them down. What? We need money.
She said for moral reasons, but you never elaborate what job it is or anything. Ned supposedly has a job, but we don't know what job he does.
I feel like he has a job, and it makes sense that he has a job if he's able to do all this other stuff. I think MJ has another job. You know, she was working coffee before. Now she probably has something else, but she was trying to go for something in this tech field, but she decided not to get it.
Yeah, they made MJ fucking smart in this. Like, she's on par with Peter, and
Again, this
They-
isn't Mary Jane. This is MJ. The
Margaret Johnson.
no,
It-
it's like, fuck, I can't remember what she actually said her name was.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. It was introduced in the first film that she was smart, but she wasn't this level smart until after she went to college. So
I mean, that makes sense. You go to college to learn.
I mean,
Mhm.
in the
And
game,
she
they
said
made
she-
her a fucking reporter.
So she was supposed to. She says she was doing biotech, and then she switched over to something else. I forgot what it was.
Like engineering or something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, it was something that didn't have to do anything with engineering, though. And
Okay.
she said she was doing engineering, but then
Like
she dropped it.
bioengineering.
Yes, bioengineering. She started, and then she dropped to do something else.
Okay.
But she has experience in it.
And so she's putting the water in the vase, talking to Ned,
And then it's just like, yeah, that.
and
toast.
Peter just walks out, and Peter,
No, he's looking at them, like, okay, should I go over and try and be chummy with them again? What should I do? But he is a little creepy just looking at them. And then a guy walks over
I
and
think
talks to MJ
It's
and
Flash.
no, it's not
not.
Flash.
It's not
Someone
Flash?
else. It's someone else.
I thought it was Flash Thompson.
No, they showed Flash Thompson's picture on the wall as who is Spider-Man. It was Flash and the teacher. One of them had to be Spider-Man because no one remembers Peter. It's just like it's one of these two. I don't know who it is, but if you know, you know. It's like, huh? And I was just thinking at the very end, maybe we'll see Flash. I really wish they could have just made Flash into a into a football player.
Flash is a DC.
No, Flash Thompson.
Flash Thompson.
Oh, Flash Thompson. Okay.
Yes.
You were saying the Flash, and I'm like,
I was saying the Flash. I was saying Flash.
okay.
I'm saying I wanted to. If it wasn't for him being that one, I wanted him to be a football player because of the comics and how he becomes Agent Venom.
Flash Thompson. Yeah.
So I'm thinking what they could have done in this at the end credit scene would be to introduce Flash coming across the symbiote, and then that leads into the next Spider-Man film.
Flash doesn't become the symbiote. Eddie
Yeah, he
Brock
does.
but Eddie Brock gets it first. We haven't even gotten a fucking.
We already
black
have Eddie Brock in the film.
Yeah, but we don't have a black suited Spider-Man.
Good.
But I'm going off of the previous film to say why I wanted this to happen in the end credit scene. But I'm going to tell everyone right now, that does not happen, so we can move on.
Okay.
This guy, we don't know his name, kisses MJ in front of Peter. Peter sees this, and that's when he leaves the party.
And he starts web swinging.
Remembering everything of what they
without
went.
his suit on. Okay, so you just have some random dude just web swinging. So listen to me. So if you are in New York City and you just see some random white dude swinging, that's obviously Spider-Man. Like, he's not even wearing his suit. He didn't just go out and like, I'm going to go in my suit and just web swing. He's literally just out there crying while web swinging.
Well, he's not crying, but he is definitely. It's raining.
He's not raining, he's crying.
No, it's raining now.
Well, it's also crying. He's crying.
No, he's not crying, but he is very upset. When he gets back to his apartment, he gets in, he looks at the note, he has this note that he was going to tell MJ originally.
He originally wrote a note because in the previous movie...
He erased everyone's memories.
When they erased everything's memories, he's like, I will come and find you. Wait for me. I will come and find you, and I will tell you everything.
And he decides not to do it.
And remember at the end of the movie, he goes to the coffee shop, and he doesn't do it. So he has that cup of coffee, and that cup from the coffee shop, and he keeps the note in there, and that note is basically him saying, hey, I'm Peter Parker.
And he has the note with him when he goes to sees Ned and goes to his party and everything. So when he comes back, when he came back, he took it out, looks at it, and he's not crying. The rain is dripping off of his hair and everything.
He's also been crying.
He was crying.
He was crying.
He's not crying in the scenes. He's upset. I understand that it seems like he's crying.
No.
He's not doing it visibly. He's just crying on the inside because he's trying to stay strong.
He's actually crying.
We're gonna have to go watch it again.
You're gonna go, yeah.
When it comes back out.
Well,
That's a lot of money.
I'm just saying, and he's crying. You see the tears well up in his eyes.
All right, it doesn't matter. Can we?
So
Okay.
he's looking at the note. The water from his hair drops onto the note, and he puts it away into the coffee cup. Goes over to try and do more science stuff. All of a sudden, throughout the film, his hands and arms are starting to hurt, like he's getting arthritis.
And he's getting massive headaches.
He starts having an autistic meltdown.
And then he falls asleep.
He falls unconscious, basically. That's when he gets a massive headache. He collapses. And
Has a brief interaction with Aunt May, and then it ends, right?
No. He just collapsed. He gets a massive
if
headache.
If it was a dream...
It was a dream.
Okay.
There
was no reason for him to fucking, go into move in his sleep. You just don't...
It's something happened with him in which it started to do a metamorphosis.
It was different when, Venom, put him...
Yes, but no, it's a
somewhere,
metamorphosis. Essentially, the spider DNA in him wanted to metamorphosize. And it decided that his apartment was not good enough.
Was not safe enough. So when spiders do that, they have to go to a safe place. So they make
out in the fucking open?
Yeah. Because he wakes up and he's like, what the because the dream was him talking to Aunt May, and then he wakes up and he's just like, the hell?
Yeah. And somehow he had taken his fucking clothes off. And
Exactly.
And he's just in his underwear coming out of this cocoon.
Oh, we totally forgot about the other scenes. Before he goes to see Danger Patrol? No. Damage Control. He goes to see Black Widow,
sister or something?
I forgot what his name was.
Yavanka?
Yavanka?
Yavanka.
Yeah, he goes to see her because, hey, this is a big deal. And she says, hey, this is my office. We're in a sauna. We're in a hot tub.
It's a Russian bathhouse. That's basically
she's basically like,
Yelena.
you get in. Yelena, okay. She's like, you get in here, or we're not having this conversation.
And he's
like, okay.
He gets changed and he's in his underwear. And
he just has his mask on and he has his underwear, and she's like, you don't even take your mask off? He's like, oh, no. What about for anyone else, like your girlfriend or your boyfriend? He's like, no, mask stays on. No one knows my identity. It's just like, okay, so there's yada, 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 and she's like, yeah, your problem is minuscule.
Little potato. I like that.
We do bigger things, and it's like
big potatoes. Like what? And then she alluded to the Avengers, the new Avengers. They're doing big potatoes.
And it's just like, are you sure that someone that can control anyone in the world isn't big potatoes? And she's just like, yeah, you can deal with that yourself. And it's just like, wow, no wonder the Avengers aren't around to help New York. So because of that,
New York
they goes to damage control, and so on and so forth. So coming back to the metamorphosis.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out of the metamorphosis. He has no mask, just underwear, and he's like, the fuck? Why am I up here?
And he falls. And
he falls.
He doesn't have any web stuff, and he's like,
no. Oh crap! Ah! And then, the hell?
Yeah.
Looks up. His arm has webbing.
He told me he's Sam Raimi. He got Sam Raimi, if you catch my drift.
Yep.
Sam Raimi.
And he's like, he got so freaked out that he tore it off and he fell.
Yeah.
After he did Tobey Maguire of
Sam Raimi.
hit bang, 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 and then caught himself.
Yeah, so basically...
And then 4.
So basically, he creates his own web fluid, just like in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
And in the comics. It came after, I will say, the organic web fluids was inspired by the Tobey Maguire films.
That's fine.
But it was after he became metamorphosized.
I'm just saying this for people who don't read the fucking comics.
I know.
They Sam Raimi'd him because all the other ones...
Sam Raimi did show him that, he could do it. Tobey did show it.
He's always... Because that was the whole thing.
Andrew Garfield...
Like, go web! You know? And then he did that.
Andrew Garfield and
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, thank you.
They've always had the cartridges.
Yeah, and then when they're like, what are you talking about? It's like, our web fluid, we need to make some more. He's like, you need to make yours? Like, you need to make yours? Yeah, what do you do for yours? Bam. It's like, oh, I want that.
That's why I say Sam Raimi. Because Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi.
So, yeah, when Tom Holland gets it, he is freaking out. Like, this hasn't happened. Like, he totally forgot about me and the other Peters.
Yeah. And so he like breaks into his apartment complex's laundry room, and some Asian guy is like doing laundry, and he's like, "The fuck?" You can imagine this.
It's like, I'm just here to get my laundry. He takes clothes and walks away, and the guy's just like, okay. Fine.
And then he's wearing
He wears a tank top and female pants, like skinny jeans, and so a couple walks onto the elevator. And
it's the chicks, and the chicks in the couple, it's her clothes, and she's like, "Is that my tank top?"
He's like, "Oh, no." Oh, nice to... Hi, doggy. And the dog starts yelling at him. He's like, "Oh, shit." Push the button, push the button, push the button.
And when he gets out of the elevator, he's wearing those juicy pants.
Yeah, and she just looks over like, yeah, those are definitely my clothes. She's like, I gotta find out where that guy lives now. He gets back and he's to his apartment, and everything is full of webs. And he's just like, the fuck happened last night? And he goes to figure out what's wrong. It's like, computer AI, I need to do my web shooters and everything. Look, I need to go on patrol. What's that?
When he goes back into the apartment, he's also, the computer is a 3D printer that he has in there is also printing out a new suit for him, because when he tries to he puts the suit,
it's also like with webbing, and he's like, okay, let's stop that right now.
No, he puts the suit on and it already has like the holes in it, so he already, if you notice that there's like little holes here for.
Yeah, I would say
it's like his
body knew to shoot it out in that exact area. So it's either the suit was designed with that hole or it shot directly out of there.
It was designed because it had like the little stitch line around it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looked
when Peter looks at his arms and like he pushes out the webbing, he's just like, oh my god, this is so disgusting.
Yeah.
If anything, it's just like cum.
That's what it looked like. It was like he's like, oh, damn.
This is so disgusting. Why am I doing this?
And I don't. So it's like he has to talk to himself to stop the fluid. He's like, stop, out.
Yeah, that's
stop. Out. And I don't know if you noticed throughout the movie, every time he's not using the cartridges, he's using that. He'll whisper. It's not loud, but he'll whisper. He goes, all right, stop. Out.
He was doing that. Out. He was doing that later in the film.
Yeah, he was doing
that. But earlier.
So
when he finds that out, he's like, okay, back normal business hours, puts his web shooters on, and he's like, okay, let's test these out. Bang, bang. And then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, that's good. But then, shake. And bam!
Yeah.
Destroyed his web shooters and shot out his organic webbing. Like, they're like, no, I'm forcing myself out.
And the cartridges blow up, and he comes out of the...
Not in the alley yet.
Okay.
No, this is just him testing out, like, the new stuff, and he's like, oh, shit.
And the computer's like, you can't do, like, both of them at the same time.
Yeah, you can't have both at the same time. He's like, okay. Then he goes up to the roof to try and get his fingers, like, okay, let's just get this over with, and all of a sudden, sensory overload.
The computer says his senses will be heightened. And she says it's because his spider DNA is higher than his human DNA. So it shows like it's usually at the balanced or at the same level, but now whereas human DNA has stayed the same, his arachnid DNA has gone
increasing
up, and that is what's causing
the mutations.
The mutation in this. So he's like, and so the computer literally says, you know, you're going to have enhanced sensitivity, enhanced to everything, sound. So he's like, he goes outside and he's like, okay, let's get this web thing under control. Let's figure it out. And he's like, everything hits him. He jumps and about to tack a piece of trash on the ground or like, and stuff because it moved in the wind.
Yeah, it basically was it was overwhelming him so much that one little bit was like not good. And then he gets an alert saying Scorpion is out of prison. So the guard, when he got to the prison, the guard let him out. The guard just let him out, let him go free. And he's attacking one of Damage Control's facilities again. Mm-hmm. So Peter decides to say, screw it, I'll get this under control later, goes to use his new webs, and it's like, it's not working. Now it started working, but it's like working too well. Whoa!
Yeah, and so that's where he starts talking to himself. He's like, he realized, stop. You know, because he would try to do that because...
I don't think he did that yet.
That's what I remember.
I remember it later.
Oh, okay.
I remember it later in a different scene.
That it wasn't like out in the open. You could hear him mumble it. And I'm like, that was a cool thing. Like, he didn't instant master it. He's still working on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure that happens later.
Okay.
But when he's getting over to where Scorpion is, and Scorpion is trying to ask what is VMAX to a guy, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Don't worry, I'll get it out of you. And it's implied that this is the villain that they've been looking for. And Spider-Man comes in and crashes onto a car.
Mm-hmm. Because he doesn't have the web cartridges. He's swinging on the new stuff.
Yeah, and he's like, don't worry guys, I'm fine. I've been having a weird day. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Tail came right at him and he's like, okay, Scorpion, look, you're going back to prison. Do we have to do the song and dance again? He's like, you think I'm Scorpion?
Yeah.
That's when he's like, oh, crap, I need to be serious now.
It's that person who's possessing him.
Yep.
It's the mind worm.
So he goes, fight Scorpion. Scorpion beats his ass.
I mean, that's usually how it is.
And he's like, you can't sense me anymore, can you? Which means I can go after whoever I want. Maybe someone close to you. And that gets Peter visibly upset, changing his eyes.
So the computer says the enhanced stress will elevate the arachnid DNA. So when he's in that high stress like that, and they're like, we're going to target someone close to you, he
got stronger, he got faster, he got more angry.
Yeah, he gets more angry and his eyes turn black. Like
pure black.
And he became very aggressive and he didn't think straight and he
took the tail from Scorpion, started using Scorpion as a ragdoll, pushed him into a cop car that makes it flip. Mm-hmm. And then once he got Scorpion on the ground, he rips the tail off of Scorpion, and then picks him up and starts beating the shit out of him and webs him to a car. And then he comes to his senses once he sees the other police officers pointing guns at him now.
And he looks at Scorpion, and Scorpion comes out, and
he's like, "What the? Spider-Man?
Why am I here?" You know, he's like visibly confused. And the police chief is like, you need to get your shit together because you almost...
But wait, is she okay? I'm sorry, is she okay?
Yeah, and the police chief is like, you need to get your shit together because you almost killed a cop. And the next time...
And I can't help you next time.
And I cannot help you next time at all.
If you do this, I cannot help you.
Yeah.
It's implied that she's been helping him this entire time.
Yeah. Which you have seen, because he's on the phone with him and stuff.
Yep.
So.
And after that, Peter is like, okay, I need to get this under control and everything. Mm-hmm. So he goes to see the one person that's able to get himself under control. That being Bruce Banner, the Hulk. He goes into his science class where he's giving a lecture on some engineering thing.
Now, if you remember that everybody forgot Peter's Spider-Man, so Bruce does not know that he is Spider-Man. He's just some random kid.
Yep. So Bruce is like, okay, we're discussing this and everything. Then another Spider-Man character, Cindy Moon, I believe, but we just hear Cindy, is asking a question. He's like, okay, is there any questions that doesn't involve me being in the Avengers? No? Okay, Cindy, what's your question? If Thanos wanted to wipe out half the world because of resources, why didn't he just make more?
Overpopulation. He was saying overpopulation.
Why didn't they just make more food with the magic glove? It's just like...
I'm sitting there like, yeah, that makes a bunch of sense. Like, because you have all the stones. I'm like...
And then it's just like, Trevor, do you want to answer this? The guy just green face and gets us like, Hulk smash!
He's like that DIY poorly cosplayed. He's like green face paint and everything.
Yeah, it's just like, God damn it!
I'm here trying to teach you kids, and all you care about is me being the Hulk.
Yeah, so class is over. Peter goes in to meet him, and he's like, hey, I just want to know, do you know anything about stopping bad stuff from happening with your DNA and everything? And he's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Ned. He takes Ned's name.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, well, Ned, you see this on my arm? This little gizmo?
Yeah, he has like a little bracelet
with
metal gizmo thing.
Well, it's green right now. That means I'm good. But if you ever see me with this off...
If you ever see me take it off, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to see me with this off. Man.
I do not like Mark Ruffalo as Hawk. I don't think he plays a good Hawk at all. That's my opinion. I do not like him. I don't think he played a good Hawk. He played in any of the movies. So that's just my opinion.
So they're having the conversation of, I need a universal inhibitor. You have an inhibitor for yourself, but what if we could do it so they can, like, stop everything, all the bad mutations and whatnot? And it's like, well, yeah, in theory that would be something, but that's mostly sci-fi. And he's just like, okay, well,
because the inhibitor on his wrist is catered to his gamma radiation DNA mutation.
Yeah.
So Peter's like, is it possible to do something like that? Just pick the good ones and get rid of the bad ones?
How do you know if something's good or bad?
Yeah.
And it's just like, true, you don't know what's happening to your body, but are you sure you want to just change it outright?
Yeah.
How do you know that these changes aren't for the good? You're just going to outright reject it because it's affecting you negatively.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's revealed to Bruce that, yeah, Peter is definitely not one of his students because he just went the opposite way of the library.
Yeah, he's
to
like,
drop off books.
He's like, I'm a student here. I'm just heading to the library, and he goes in the wrong direction.
Like,
and Bruce is like, the library's in the other direction. He's like, yeah.
You're not one of my students, are you? Well, yeah. All your students want to know about Avengers shit. He actually wants to learn.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not one of your students.
So he goes over, starts to tinker with an inhibitor for himself, and in the background there is a spider documentary playing, and it's about spiders when they go through a metamorphosis, they molt their skin and everything, and Peter's just like, the fuck? Why is... AI, turn that shit off.
Yeah.
That's disturbing me already.
Yeah.
So...
It's, like, into adulthood. So, like, that's, like, the foreshadowing that, okay, Peter's about to mature into adulthood, I guess. There's your foreshadowing.
So, now, after that, he makes the inhibitor, he puts it on his neck, and immediately it fails. So he's like, okay, make another one. He makes another one, goes into an alley, and he puts it on. He puts on his web shooters, like, okay, go. Okay, it's working. It's working. The inhibitor's doing its job. Then all of a sudden, his AI says, inhibitors are overheating.
Yep.
It's like, oh, no. Inhibitor goes off, and then his organic webs come out, knocks off his web shooters. And then the web shooter...
like a bomb. Like the grenade
yeah,
web shooters.
It's like, grenade web shooters activated. It's like, oh, wait, what? Looks over at them, looks over at his wrist, is like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, out of the alley. And then some guy comes up and says, hey, Spy, you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm good, man, I'm good.
I'm just testing out some new moves and stuff. And he's trying to walk it off, you know?
Yeah, and he's like, oh, okay, man, but shouldn't you be more worried about MJ Parker? What?
So, in reality, this guy was actually...
Yeah, Peter, I know exactly who you are. You didn't think I'd find out. I mean, your place is a mess. But it makes sense for someone that lives off of just Chinese takeout.
Yeah. And so, you see Spider-Man's goggles, he can access his computer at...
Yeah, it's like...
back at his apartment, so he activates it.
You have a note here. And then that's when he activates it. It's like someone's there and they're here. So now he knows that it's someone that can make their mind go places.
Yeah, and make them, whatever they say over there go through the person's voice.
Yeah, they can see both of what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'm going to give MJ a visit. He's like, no, you're not. Web up the guy. He's like, oh, how are you going to stop me? Goes to another person.
And then the other person's
I could be everywhere I want to be. How about you try following me? Transfers to a guy that then gets hit by a car.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Poor old guy.
Which doesn't make sense to when you find out who it is, you know what I mean?
It makes sense for someone that is supposed to be evil at this point. But it doesn't make sense for someone once... Well, we already gave it away, but you know.
We didn't really say the name, so I don't want to...
So, Spider-Man, Peter realizes, hey, this person is transferring bodies and everything. AI. I keep forgetting...
Evie.
Yeah.
Calculate, follow the pattern.
Yeah, going from one person to another, and then instead of it going to one person into another way, it's like guy had to jump a fence, walk a little bit, and then it transferred over.
Yeah, because when the transfer happens, it's like how it shows. It's like them getting hit with something. It's like boom, and then they're up and possessed, and then the person leaves that body. They slump over, so
They don't like slump entirely. They
don't slump. It's like
they're like it comes out of them, so then they regain everything, but it's still like roll.
Yeah, it's like a force hitting and releasing from them.
Yeah, it's like when you go like this.
The moment. It's like the momentum
with a wave. It's like a wave.
Yeah. So.
So he has Evie tracking that, and he falls into a wedding. The bride was giving a speech, and then all of a sudden starts talking about Spider-Man, how he can't save anyone. And
it's like she's possessed. It's in her, and then it goes to the other.
It goes to one guy, then goes to
waiter.
it goes to one guy, then to a waiter, and the waiter's like, come on, Spidey, you're running out of time. Goes to other people, and then that's when Evie.
The waiter jumps out the window.
He doesn't jump out the window. He runs out the window.
Yeah, he runs out the window.
And then transfers to someone else that goes into a helicopter. And Peter looks at this and Evie realizes that it's a 33 meter.
33 feet.
Feet.
Yeah.
It has to be that that many.
That's the
in order-
farthest away they can go. They have to be 33 feet. Now, they can do it closer, but the farthest away is 33 feet. So that's why some people, they have to walk a little bit and then jump.
So, Peter is then onto the helicopter, trying to stop the helicopter, and then he realizes, because he can't be controlled, they get to a crane, he webs up the entire helicopter, he tells the person possessed in there that,
33 feet's your limit, there's no one around.
Yeah, you're just gonna stay here, I'm gonna get MJ to a safe place, and you're not gonna do anything. He goes in, finds them, goes to the apartment that MJ's at, opens it.
Comes through a window, so you gotta understand, MJ doesn't know that he's Spider-Man or anything, doesn't really give a fuck, right? She's doing her own thing. And you got Spider-Man busting
It's like, who are you? I don't know who you are!
Opens the window and he's like, you need to come with me, you're in danger. And she's like, who the fuck are you?
Why should I trust you? I don't know who you are! Like, look, you know me, we had something before, but look, you don't know now, you just gotta trust me. He's like, fine.
He's like, I'm Spider-Man. She's like, you could be any person impersonating Spider-Man. I mean, that makes sense. It could be somebody dressed as Spider-Man, climb the the emergency ladder and stuff.
Maybe, yeah.
It'd be like, but Spider-Man.
Is there really a emergency ladder on the back? I'm not sure, but
in New York they have them.
But I don't know if it was on that side.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. It's not implied if that's on that side of anything.
Usually the balconies have those.
Yeah, but it wasn't. There was no balcony. It just came through a window.
Oh, okay. It looked like there was a balcony outside the window.
He just walk crawls, okay?
It could be.
Okay, so with that, MJ. It says that MJ.
I'll come with you.
Yeah, comes. He's taking her over to a safe location, which is a random building. And then she's like, well, why are you trying to save me and everything? Why are they after me? It's like, I don't know. I can't really explain too much. Like, we had a past, didn't we? Like, Spider-Man always went on our trips and everything. He was someone I knew.
It's like whenever we were in trouble, me and Ned, it was at this location, this location, and she's like, I can understand once, maybe twice, but it became
more than a coincidence.
Yeah,
that just leads you into fucking danger.
Yeah. And it's just like that we have something in the past, and
it's like, I loved you. Then she takes his mask, rolls it up, and kisses him. And she's like, Peter, and rolls it all the way up, kisses him, and everyone in the theater was, yeah, woo!
I was like, oh, okay.
I was just like, this is fucking ridiculous. We wanted Spider-Man
so
to be
for me, I was like, I liked that, but then I'm like, how does it break the spell? And then it's revealed that, the whole true love's kiss breaking the spell. You really think MJ would do that? Believe in that crap? And it's just like, oh my God, it got everyone.
I didn't like it because my whole thing is, in this whole Tom Holland Spider-Man thing, he's always he's like a little kid. He doesn't know what the fuck to do, and you never see Spider-Man on his own 2 feet. And I didn't like the fact that, like, I felt like this was trying to get him to go, I'm gonna get with Mary Jane, I'm MJ, I didn't like that. Like, I want him to get, fuck off, bitch. Like, I wanted her to die. Like, that's how bad it pissed me off, because it's like, in every Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland, it's like, he's not standing on his own. And Spider-Man can stand on his fucking own. He has done it numerous fucking times. He's always done it because no one's been there to fucking help him. And that's the thing. And Tom Holland's a great actor. Fucking love him as Spider-Man. But it's the fact that the writing itself, how they're doing it, he's cocked.
Yeah,
he's super cocked. And I'm like, oh, finally. He went over there, it broke his heart to see her like that. And then he's like, okay, he's going to cry it out. He's dealing with his own shit, and he's figuring out this villain. And now we're doing this, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Really?
So
that made me lose a point. Because I'm like, he's trying to get over this. Stop fucking with his dick. and his heart. You know what I mean?
MJ being possessed says all this stuff like, oh, there's no thoughts of you whatsoever in this head at all.
Yeah.
And basically trying to go Peter into going all out and trying to kill her. And he does get very pissed off that he gets his arachnid to intensify again. Holds MJ by the collar
Like
over.
She's wearing a jacket. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, over the edge of the building, and he says, "Let her go, get out of her." And she's like, "Okay," and then she pushes him away and falls down the buildings. Like, did what he said.
Are we gonna get my thought was, are we gonna get a Gwen Stacy? And he shoots his web out and he accidentally hangs.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna die.
Yeah, like I
was like, oh.
That would have been in the last film, which they didn't do.
Well, it's the fact that he's cuffed by everybody. You know, they make him seem like a little infant baby, and like he doesn't know what to do. And I'm like, if you pick up any comic, whether it's new or old, Spider-Man stands on his own. Spider-Man does everything practically on his own.
On the older ones, not the new ones.
Yeah.
Just like he doesn't get organic webbing in the actual main timeline, it's actually like a what-if type story.
Yeah. And
it runs for like 14 issues.
No, it happens in the main universe, but it happens after the Sam Raimi's.
Just looked it up.
Alright.
He loses it in the main series. He gets it, and then he loses it, then he gets it, then he loses it.
It's not the main series.
The point is, Spider-Man has always stood on his own. I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. He plays a good Spider-Man. But I feel like that thing was severed. You know, you get what I'm saying. Like, that thing was severed. He went to the party. He saw she moved on. And yes, this villain's trying to go after her. But fuck her. Fuck that bitch.
Well, he goes to save MJ, who then regains consciousness and is just falling down a building out of nowhere. Peter saves her, hits himself and everything. She's knocked out. He's trying to see if she's okay. And then a guy comes over and basically is a puppet.
Yeah.
And says, "You can't save her. Stay out of my way, or else something worse is going to happen." And then leaves.
And you see the villain.
They see the villain in the car. Evie scans the people in there and immediately is going over to see who it is. Mm-hmm. So, because MJ was in danger, Peter decides to take her to the one place that she's going to be safe, that he believes she's going to be safe, and that is with Frank Castle.
Now, I on a side note here, if you watched, it doesn't even have to be the comics, any of the older Spider-Man, like the 90s animated series, Spider-Man, Peter is the shy nerd. He puts on the suit, and he's just sarcastic, witty, banter, back and forth, always does that. And I feel like with this Spider-Man, he doesn't do that. He only does it with Frank.
Yeah.
And I love that. It shows that if he's given the proper script, Tom Holland can do the witty banter, because he did it great with Frank Castle. I thought he did.
There was no time for him
to
really do the witty banter because he didn't have any villains to fight except Scorpion.
He was going to do it with Scorpion until he realized it was the new villain.
Yeah.
He was going to do it when it became apparent it was the new villain, then he went to serious mode instead of with wisecrack mode.
Well, he's always done wisecrack mode.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Serious. Like,
no, when he really serious, and when he's like, "I'm not wisecracking anymore. I'm gonna take you down."
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's
again,
only like
he's
serious.
Never given a chance. Spider-Man's serious, but he also wisecracks.
What I'm saying is, when he was against the villain, he stopped doing wisecracks. When he's against Scorpion or Frank Castle, he starts wisecracking. When he realized it wasn't Scorpion, that's when he stopped.
But still, even with villains, he wisecracks.
No, I'm saying for this film, he saw that the threat was higher, so he couldn't take it less serious. to him, the wisecracking was taking the villain less seriously. I know he doesn't do that in the comics. In the comics, he wisecracks no matter what.
So now...
So, he brings MJ to Frank Castle.
Which
And he's experiencing his headaches and everything. Causes a trap to go off where he has to save MJ.
Well, Frank has to place booby traps.
And then she causes a trap that he has to save her from. And then they fall into another trap that he has to save her from.
And Frank's
just like, why do you keep setting up all my traps?
What are you doing? He's like, I need somebody to watch him, you owe me. And then they start going back and forth about some Staten Island.
Yeah, it's like, I helped you on Staten Island. It's like, God damn it, you keep bringing that shit up. I gotta get rid of that shit.
Which I wish I knew what happened on Staten Island.
Yeah,
you didn't get a flashback or anything.
Actually, I thought, because there was a special that was released before Spider-Man Brand New Day, Punisher One Last Kill. I thought it was something important that you had to watch before the film.
Where can you see it?
Disney Plus.
Okay.
But it's all about Frank just killing other people that are trying to kill him.
Okay, so there's nothing
in 24
really
hours. Yeah, so nothing in that film pertains to the film. Also in Daredevil, spoilers for all these. He's in Daredevil. He's getting his ass kicked in Daredevil.
Who?
Frank Castle.
Frank, okay.
And that's essentially is either the events of One Last Kill happen before or after that interaction. But none of that is like what Spider-Man is referring to. So there is events that aren't that we do not see unless they decide they're gonna try to do it in another Punisher spinoff or Daredevil to bridge the gap between it, which I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Because Spider-Man never shows up in Daredevil, even though it would make sense. Because they're in the same area.
They all live in the same area.
Sony won't let him make any other appearances, and that's what's kind of fucking up shit. It's like, you can't have Spider-Man make these cameos.
You gotta understand.
Spider-Man can only be in Avengers movies or his own movies. He cannot be in anything else.
You gotta understand that I've been in New York City. New York City it's a big city.
It is. I've been there too.
But it's literally the fact that you have Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, I'm going to say Punisher, he's an anti-hero, I know, Daredevil, Blade deals with vampires. You got Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones, I don't know who Jessica
She's
Super Strength.
She's with Luke Cage.
Okay. And,
Misty Knight. Okay.
Yeah, Black Cat. Like, you got all, the Avengers, but you got all these heroes
in New York.
In New York City.
Yeah. Fuck every other state. It's New York. If something happens in another state, fuck them.
But
exactly.
But if you gotta understand, these are all the heroes in New York City. The fucking Fantastic Four has the Baxter Building in New York City. The Avengers Tower is in where? New York City.
Where does Doom attack?
New York City. Where do the Fantastic Four live? New York City. So that's where he's attacking. New York City.
New York City.
Yeah.
So a lot of the issues is trademark and copyright shit, because a lot of times Daredevil will probably run into Spider-Man and Spider-Man will run into Daredevil.
That's exactly how the comics are.
And that's how it...
Moon Knight. New York City.
But,
everything is in New York City no matter what.
But it's the fact that you have all these heroes, and because of, this person doesn't have rights to this, or it's in the contract that this person can only show up in this and this.
X-Men, New York City.
X-Men is upstate New York.
So
technically, it's not New York City; it's upstate New York.
What you remember what you said about Sony letting Spider-Man play with the kids?
Yeah.
Essentially, because Marvel had to sell off a lot of the characters to stay afloat and everything back in, what year was it?
90s, early 2000s.
Okay. I would probably say more 90s or 80s, but yeah.
Probably.
We have all these new rules saying that this character cannot be appearing in this comic or this media unless there is a deal struck. Unless the company that currently owns it does not make anything with these characters, which is why, for the longest time, to keep Fantastic Four away from Disney, Fox had to make a new Fantastic Four film.
And that's what makes
And that's why we got Fan Four Stick, and we got the other two Fantastic Four films.
You have to make a film. Doesn't mean you have to make the film like shit.
They were trying to keep the rights to it because it makes money whenever Marvel puts them into a comic.
And that's what makes it hard to stay true to the comic because, as I said, in the comic, Spider-Man has gone to Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, to help him out with shit. I mean, fuck. Spider-Man has run into the Silver Surfer. I mean, like...
But they've also sold off villains as well.
Like,
so you can't use a Spider-Man villain with Spider-Man because that villain is owned by this company that owns this hero.
Yeah.
Daredevil. So Daredevil now has to fight the Lizard.
Yeah.
And it's like, why does he have to fight the Lizard?
No.
That's Spider-Man. No. Yeah, but it's owned by that company. And if they want to keep that character, they have to use him for something.
Well, they shouldn't keep the fucking character if he doesn't belong in the character's universe that he...
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's why we see characters that shouldn't be with these superheroes or these villains interacting with each other.
That's where we have the issue is, like, I don't want a monopoly, but I think we're at the point with Marvel movies that somebody has to
own the license.
Oh, but that's also
Marvel.
That's also why Hulk can't be in his own standalone movie. They have to put him in someone else's movie because Universal have the rights to Hulk, and Universal is only leasing him out to other places. They cannot make a full movie of the Hulk without Universal, and Universal's like, nope, we're just leasing him out.
You're breaking my fucking brain.
Yeah, so that someone needs to, like, if Disney has
They need to find a way.
Disney needs to start buying up.
But you see, that's why they need to find a way to buy it back. They can't buy the company outright, but can they buy the character? That's what they should be doing. And it's also the company that's saying, no, we make too much money off of this character. If you buy this character from us, we don't make money from it anymore. You start making it. We have this park that we make so much money from. If you buy Hulk from us, we gotta shut this shit down.
Go ahead, shut it down.
You talk about Universal Orlando?
Universal Orlando, California, wherever.
Because I know in Universal Orlando they have a whole Marvel section. But the thing is, they have Hulk, they have the Avengers, they have Spider-Man. So, like, we need something like that because the issue that I'm having is, good, Spider-Man movie, but what the fuck kind of shit movie is this? You know, why am I getting Spider-Man villains?
That's my biggest problem with this movie.
Yeah, so...
It's the villain.
Because we're onto this now, Frank is interacting with MJ and Peter, and he's like, okay, come up. And so Peter is then saying, hey, I had my AI look into it, and we've identified the individual is known as Jean Grey. She's been in foster care and everything for a long time.
And what pisses me off is...
And now she's a terrorist, so we gotta figure out why she's a terrorist.
What pisses me off with it being Jean Grey is when you hear Jean Grey, the first thing that comes to my mind is X-Men, X-Force.
This fucker has the same exact fucking powers as her, and he's a Spider-Man villain.
Who is it?
Mindworm.
Okay. And so here's the thing, like...
Billy Turner.
Alright, in this universe, okay, the Tom Holland Spider-Man universe, there's no mention
of mutants.
Of mutants, period. There's no hint There's no undercurrent of murmurs or anything or like you know how like they tend to throw out something or you might see like
a cameo fucking
like I said to you
Like they showed Rogue earlier. But you guys didn't catch that.
We're in New York City and they're on Broadway and you see Dazzler performing Dazzler or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's subtle in your face. You know what I mean? Like, okay, there's mutants in this world. Mutant.
But the thing is,
a subtle you don't see Dazzler.
But remember, when they were first making the MCU, they could not use mutants. So their answer to this was to make the Inhumans the new mutants of the MCU.
They're not mutants.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
They were turning the Inhumans into the mutants of the MCU, making everyone hate the Inhumans because they get powers that they're not have unnaturally, and it's just so they were making them the group to hate. Well, anyway, from that point, Peter then has to develop another inhibitor because his fire powers are becoming more and more aggressive. And he doesn't trust himself.
Well, no.
And then MJ...
the inhibitor keeps overheating, so he keeps trying to fix it. And
yes.
MJ, while they're in Frank Castle, he's trying to fix it. She's like, I did like bioengineering, then I went to something else, and then
let me go and help. Let me go and help. And it's like, okay, well, it radiates magnetic field.
And then it's like Spider-Man's suit has magnetic field dampener.
It goes all throughout my suit. It's like, okay, what about your goggles, your eyes? Like, yeah, they make a small one as well. Oh,
so he fixes it.
Yes,
I was like, I guess he's gonna shove it up his ass.
Since they're close, since they're both near the head parts, they both are basically counteracting each other. And since the goggles are stronger, essentially, they short out the inhibitor. So, they make the adjustments, the inhibitor starts working, and now he can use his web shooters and not his organic webs.
Yes, and then he makes a universal one, essentially.
For Jean.
For Jean, yes.
Jean has now also gone into damage control and has started to attack, like, the safe that they're at. That people are now hiding behind. The main guy, Bill, right?
Bill, yeah, Metzer.
Yes. She's trying to get in there, and we see all the damage. The hand is running away. And it's like, oh my God, how did she do this much damage? Well,
turns out it's the Hulk.
Yeah, Jean Grey is controlling Bruce Banner Hulk. And
he's not
Peter's like, Jean, you don't know what you're doing. Because Jean removed the inhibitor from Hulk so that he could become Hulk.
You don't know what you're doing. You're going to fuck him up.
And he's like, oh, I know exactly what I'm doing. And basically, she's beating the shit out of Peter. MJ gives a speech to Frank to tell him that, hey, Staten Island, this could be your Staten Island for Peter.
We don't know what Staten Island is. But...
And he's like, you're right. He won't owe me I won't owe him shit anymore.
Not after the fucking end of this movie.
Oh, no, he won't, but he will definitely owe Peter shit after this movie.
He will, yeah. So he shows up and he saves Peter from Hulk. But briefly, he's shooting at Hulk. Peter is trying to get Hulk away from him, and they finally knock Jean out of Hulk.
Now, as of right now, the Hulk Bruce Banner is the Hulk, but he's not.
He's Smart Hulk right now.
Huh?
That's what his name is, Smart Hulk.
Smart Hulk?
Because he's just Bruce Banner in the Hulk body.
So he's
fucking
not
kill
fully
me. Jesus.
Hulk.
Yeah. That's why he's also supposed to be weaker. Because he has more brain than Ron.
Weaker because Mark Ruffalo plays the fucking Hulk. Okay, that's why.
With that being said, Peter decides he needs to use the inhibitor on Bruce instead of Jean right now. And so he tells Frank that, hey, he needs to go and take care of Bruce. What you need to do is you need to go and...
He tells Frank that he needs to go take care of Jean and stay 33 feet away from her.
Yeah, and what ends up happening is he goes over to find Jean, and he gets a little distracted by experiment, and Jean immediately takes him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this guy has some issues.
And Bruce Banner is over there, is like,
oh my god.
I can't control
Where's my inhibitor? Oh my god. Did I hurt anyone? He's like, shit. Chill, man. You already said in the first Avengers you're always angry, but don't rage. Just don't rage. He's overwhelmed, and he's like, okay, put this universal one on. He's like, the other, I'm changing. Dude, don't change. I can't help it. It's the other one's coming out. It's like,
Jesus
wait,
Christ.
What? And he starts getting bigger and bigger, and he's like,
he actually looks better as that Hulk.
Yeah,
yes.
full Hulk.
I think that was a better looking Hulk, and I think that's the Hulk that they should continue with from now on.
Yes, that was a better looking Hulk.
So when he fully transforms into the Hulk, he rips through the shirt Bruce was wearing, and he gets his long pants into the shorts.
I want to.
And he walks over.
Where he gets his fucking shorts from? Because
he turns over to Peter, hovers over him, and Peter's like, "Oh, you're much bigger than I thought you were." And then Hulk just takes him by the leg and starts hitting him like Loki. All of a sudden, he just vanishes. Like, where'd you go, bug man? And Peter is on his back now. Yeah. It's like, okay. He goes, gets the inhibitor real quick, and tries to put it on Hulk, only for Hulk to then...
Hulk is invincible when he is fully Hulked out. He has that
only for Hulk to then start running backwards into the walls. Hits him through like 4 walls before Peter falls off, and then he has to start running away from Hulk while going through the hallway, webbing everything.
And Hulk does
he just keeps running through
Hulk
all of it.
The slap.
Well, no, he keeps running through everything. Once he gets stuck, he goes, clap! Thunderclap, all the way down the hallway. Forces Peter out.
I like that.
I like that.
I was like, okay.
That Hulk,
that's actually a move.
It looked really good. That's a move that Hulk fucking does. He doesn't just go, I'm gonna smash! You know, he does his...
Oh, and Frank Castle, being controlled by Jean Grey, looks over and says, well, sucks to be you. And continues to pick up bombs to place over on the vault to explode it. Peter sees that there's a timer for 2 minutes, and he's like, oh shit, I gotta deal with Hulk now. So Hulk pushes Peter out of the building and is trying to smash him so then Peter has to web him up with his webbing, and he gets Hulk stuck enough, and he's like, okay, now for the inhibitor. And the inhibitor will not work because the Hulk skin is too thick. It just will not adhere to his skin.
Or stick into it.
Yep. But Hulk is still angry, and the angrier Hulk gets, the stronger he gets. So he pushes the webbing. He breaks some of it, but a lot of it is stuck to the building, so he gets rubble with him breaking free. Forces Peter into another part of the building. Hulk is being held back by the debris, but he's on top of Peter. He's about to choke him out when Peter has to tell him that he's his friend and everything.
I'm your friend. It's me, Peter.
Friend?
Bruce.
And then he looks at him.
Peter.
He calms down briefly. And then the debris, because he calmed down, he got weaker, and so he can't hold the debris anymore as much. And it starts pulling him backwards. And he starts falling, but he's grabbing on, and he's like, I got that sense of, I need to calm down. So he lets go and falls.
Mm-hmm.
But then Peter looks at his timer, and it hits 0. Boom! The vault's open now.
Yeah. It's up. Floors up. Several floors up.
Yep.
And so he goes up there.
Frank Castle, Punisher, being controlled by Jean Grey, takes out 2 people with guns. Bill is the last.
He doesn't take them out.
No, they're
He's
injured.
Like, he puts a gun up and he's like, you need to drop your weapons.
No, she says that.
Yeah, she says you need to drop your well through him, like you need to drop your weapons and.
No, she just says, drop your weapons or else the next one's in your head.
Mm.
So because Bill puts his hands up with his weapon.
Yeah.
And the other 2 are just like, drop, and he's like, drop, slides over. So Peter is up there to stop Jean. He puts the inhibitor on her.
Mm-hmm.
She falls down and she says one name. Sarah.
Uh-huh.
And Peter webs a gun that Frank was handling. And so when Frank is freed from the mind control, he's like, is that my gun? It's like, how did you not realize the gun was up there? So Bruce Banner is being wheeled off. Like, did I hurt anyone? He's still concerned about hurting someone. Jean is being taken away by damage control. Peter asks Bill, hey, she said a name. She said,
do you know anything about Sarah or something like that?
He's like, Sarah was before you took her out, she went to my mind. That's probably what she thought. I remember thinking of Sarah, and that's probably why she said Sarah.
My partner or something.
Mm-hmm.
They used to work at damage control.
Yeah, that's probably why. Okay. So then Peter goes back, says, okay, MJ, you're safe now. She read a note. She read the note Peter has been carrying this entire time.
And he explains it. She's like, you need to take off your mask and show me.
I want a face-to-face with Peter Parker.
Yeah. And so he takes the mask off and she's like, I don't remember you.
You were the guy from the party and the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And that's all she remembers of him.
Yeah.
That's it.
And she's like, I don't remember you. I don't feel anything for you or any of that. This is what you remember and what you feel, but I don't remember any of that. And she's like, she does that stupid woman shit where she's like,
I'm
done with you, I'm with somebody else, but hey,
I need a ride.
I need a ride.
Well, here's an Uber, bitch.
Yeah.
That's what you guys were saying.
I was saying, like, here's an Uber.
So this is when I hear the whole whispering. Web release.
Yeah.
Web release.
You'll hear
Web release.
Like,
that's when I was hearing it.
Yeah.
Because he was calmer. He was calm and everything. He was webbing and releasing. Web and release.
Yeah, it's like he was still getting used to, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get back to the apartment and fucking...
So he gets there. He is about to leave and she's like, would you like to come up for coffee?
Cocktails!
It's just like, God damn, you have a boyfriend. And you want to start getting with Spider-Man. Okay.
Who doesn't want to get with Spider-Man?
At least it wasn't Ned. And Ned doesn't know that she has a boyfriend.
So, Ned has made the Spire Tracker.
Yeah.
And
he's looking at it and it's like,
it says Spider-Man's in your area. Spider-Man's in your area. He's like, he hears MJ come through. He's like, hey, MJ, my Spider Tracker. It just says that Spider-Man's in the area.
He's like, in an area.
No, it said in the facility.
In the vicinity.
Yeah.
In the vicinity.
And Peter just says, oh, cool. How does it know? He's like, it falls and it starts breaking. It's just like, Spider-Man! Oh, hi, I'm your biggest fan. This over here, yeah, it's not weird. I just wanted to thank you. I just wanted to thank you for all the time you saved us.
He's like, I've been trying to find out who Spider-Man is because he's saved me so many times, and I just want to thank him personally.
Yeah, he's
for
doing it right now.
Yeah.
He's doing it right now.
And
It's
then,
just like,
and
oh,
then
shit.
in the next scene, it's like,
They're building the Lego Death Star or something.
yeah, it's like what is it? The AT-AT Walker from Star Wars or something. They're doing it. There's some Lego Star Wars thing, and you got Spider-Man in his Peter Parker in his suit, sitting on like a beanbag chair, and Ned in a chair, and they're fucking like building Legos, and it's like how it was in the older movies, like
they're riffing off each other. Like, they know exactly how the other thinks, and it's just like, oh my god, Ned is thinking,
and MJ's like,
God.
I don't
Like they've been friends forever.
years.
And MJ's like,
when Ned gets up to leave to get food because Spider-Man's here, he didn't just get one takeout for himself, he got 5.
He's like, Spider-Man's here.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, and MJ's like, you need to tell him that you're Peter, that what happened.
Yeah, and she's like, it's like you're friends for years. Then she drew them with Peter's mask off, and it's just like, this is what you guys look like. And it's like, god damn, I wish that could be reality, is what Peter's thinking.
Yeah,
but he knows it can't be. And Peter is just like, I'm trying to figure out what this V Max is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, or who this summer person is, because about what happened. And she's like, what are you talking? Like, with memories. Like, he said, Bill said,
yeah,
that, hey, he was thinking of
this
Sarah.
When and she's like, when Jean possessed me, all I remember, I
was in my apartment.
I was in my apartment,
and the next thing I'm falling down the building.
Yeah, next thing I'm falling down the building, it was like a light switch. There was nothing in between, and so Peter's like,
wait a minute, if he did that, but he said
he's lying.
Yeah.
So they used Ned's computer to
contact Yelena again.
Or the Peter's computer, Evie or whatever.
No, Ned's. They do that to converse with Yelena, and Yelena is in a towel.
She's probably still soaking and shit.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, you saw big potato, you saw little potato. He's like, no, these potatoes are not just little, they're big. It's just like, this is what's happening at damage control, and all the information. She's like, oh, yeah, everything that you said, yeah, all of it was scrubbed. None of it exists, which means they're hiding something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh shit, okay. Oh, are those your friends? It's like, goddamn. Hi,
Peter's
Avenger.
not a lonely Peter or lonely Spider-Man anymore.
Hi,
No,
hi, Avenger.
Lonely sad man.
Lonely sad man. Now he's got.
You're not a lonely sad man anymore. You have friends.
Yeah.
Hi, Avenger lady. This is so cool. It's just like, God, Ned, I'm playing so much. So once he realizes that
Jean's not the bad person. He did wrong. He tries to go. He
chose to try and fix it. On his way over to try and fix things to set her free, we have Frank following Peter and using the spider tracker to follow him. He's like, look, you can't go and save her because she's dangerous. She did that because it affected him. So he's like, I know how dangerous she is. Look, if she's not dead, I will do my thing and kill her.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, we are doing my way. She is just a scared girl that is trying to find her sister. She's trying to find someone. I need to try and save her. He's like, you do your thing, I'll do my thing.
Click.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we get to where she is contained.
And we get a brief flashback of her and her sister.
At a park.
Her sister is saying, who do you want to be? And Jean is like, I want to be the girl in the pink hoodie. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, that's a little too far. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to hop. Hop? What's that?
And Sarah shows her, so she hops from one person to the next.
Until she becomes that one.
And then the girl in the pink jacket's just standing there waving and everything. And Jean's like... Sarah says to Jean, like, it's possible, you could hop
Because
to get farther, and then you can when you're done, you can come right back. It'll come right back to you. But and Jean asks like, well, can you do like the whole park? And Sarah's like, I'm not yet. I'm not strong enough yet.
But I can't get ice cream, so she gets up to go get ice cream for both of them.
I was thinking she was probably gonna do like the mind thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting that too.
To go over and just do the mind thing and just give free ice cream because it.
Yeah, I'm like that would make sense for people like, hey, she's giving away free shit. Let's go take her out.
Yeah.
So she just starts walking over to the ice cream truck, and then
she gets
dart right in her neck.
Oh, damn, that's a good shot.
Yeah, and then not trucks, but cars come up with...
Damage control comes up.
Yeah. We know it's damage control, but it's played off as, like, military police are coming to get her.
Yeah.
They step out of the vehicle, hold her down, and so Jean runs after her, and so Sarah possesses
her and makes her run away until she goes away to protect her sister. And then Jean wakes up, and it looks like we're in a room. Like it looks like those wooden paneled motel rooms that has a bed and stuff. And
Bill is just there.
She's clamped in.
Bill is there. Yep.
Yeah.
Bill is there, and he's just like, look, we're trying to understand how your powers work, just like your sister. She was very cooperative with us.
Yeah, doing very manipulative bullshit.
And she's like, I want my sister. What is VMAX? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Leaves the room. It's revealed as a testing stage for her powers.
The wall comes up, and she tries to use her powers to get
and
out.
he's like,
we're not at the right distance. We're
further away.
Yeah.
You can't your powers don't work.
Yeah.
But we do want to know how it works, so then we can give it to other people.
So, we didn't go over this. So when we first get introduced to damage control, and Peter comes in and talks to Bill to try to figure out what VMAX is, Bill explains that, like, we're trying to use the villain's powers for good. So like you see like
Shocker's gauntlets.
Yeah, Shocker's gauntlets. He's like, we're trying to use like the villains know we use them for the villains use them for evil, but we're gonna use them. And then they try to bring in like
they have the hand.
They have the hand, and they're like, these are just like misunderstood children. They just need. I'm like,
So I could see that since in Daredevil and Iron Fist and Defenders they took out the hand. So maybe these are just the rogue ones that are just like they're actual children that don't know, that's only been told to do assassination jobs. Now they're without a leader. They need a strong leader, and damage control is that leader for them.
Damage control takes like the villain's powers and tries to supposedly, that's what he explains, tries to do good. So the whole point is he's like, we're trying to take your powers and figure out how you do it, so
we can give it to other people.
We can give it to other people and help other people out.
Just like your sister.
Just like your sister. And so
where is she? I know you're holding her where VMAX is. It's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's just nonsense.
And so
start up the experiment.
And so they do a lockdown, and the experiment is they force her
to use her power.
And then in this state, she like leans back and she looks at the ventilation.
Before we get to that,
yes,
Peter arrives because they're on lockdown now. And so he gets there and he's like, "What are you guys talking about being on lockdown for?" The Spider-Man. Everyone starts putting up their guns. Like, what, dude? I'm Spider-Man. Like,
you're damage control. We know each other.
Okay, so you're gonna be like that. Okay, well, I gotta stretch first.
There's Peter. There's those Spider-Man.
Stretching.
Banter.
It's really good. You know, you should always stretch every once in a while.
Yeah, he's doing.
You gotta
like
limber up.
You gotta do the yoga poses.
He's like you. Have you stretched?
Have you stretched? You know, we're not as young as we used to. And he's like, this is really good if we're doing stuff like what you do. And
okay,
I'm ready. The witty banter, like there, but.
Okay, I'm ready. Bam, 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 bam. You should just let me in, man.
Yeah.
And then he walks in. Then we get that Jean is getting hit more. Yeah. And then she finally falls back. She looks at the vent.
And in the vent, it
says
And then part of the tape on the label is peeled up. So all you see is V, and then the label peeled up, and then Max. And then she realizes
her sister is dead.
Her sister is dead, and they used her sister like they're using her now.
She put 2 and 2 together that the last message she had that she gave to her sister was the ventilation.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last thing she saw before she died.
Yeah. And so she basically, I guess, levels up and her...
Yeah, anger.
She gets
through anger, she levels up.
And she uses her powers more and more without them activating it. And they're like, can you shut it down? He's like, that's what I'm trying to do.
And
like,
then she takes control.
Enough. I'm going to shut it down. And then he's like, I can't let you do that. Because she's already taking control of the guy.
I can't let you do that, Bill.
Yeah.
Yep. And then immediately, big wave gets about like, how many?
1 kilometer. He's
1 kilometer.
Here.
And
Ow.
everyone in that kilometer is affected.
It's like in a stasis.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a mind stasis.
Peter is the only one unaffected. But Frank sees this and is like, oh shit. People are running away from it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, oh shit, I need to get a better angle where I can actually take her out.
He fucking starts setting up on a roof a fucking high-powered sniper rifle with fucking armor-piercing rounds.
Yep.
And, starts setting it up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter comes in and, like, the hand is at everything in the facility as well. So you got the hand.
Everything is frozen and he's walking around and Jeans realizes that he's there.
Uh-huh.
And when she's talking to him, Peter is like, I'm here to save you. I was wrong. I need to get you out. And he's like, yeah, but you're the one that put me here, so I'm pissed still at you.
And she's talking to him through one of the hand members.
No, she's talking through all of them, but she's like one at a time.
At first it was the one, and then she did all of them, like to circle him and everything.
They lock the cage,
mm-hmm.
and Peter knows exactly where she's at because 2 guys are
standing guard, right outside. Like they look like they're standing guard.
So she then controls the hand to fight Peter,
mm-hmm.
and Peter goes up to the door, tries to break in, and then 2 other guards with guns that have energy waves basically try and take Peter out to get him when he tries to web up their guns.
With his web canisters, his artificial ones.
They all vaporize when the gun goes off.
And she's like, "Do you think they were on your side?
Why would they make weapons designed to fight you?"
Fight you, yeah. So,
what are you, Peter? Are you Peter Parker or are you Spider-Man?
Yeah.
You gotta choose. And Peter looks like defeated.
Mm-hmm.
He takes his mask off, and then he's like, takes off the inhibitor too, and it's like, I'm both.
And he fucking goes full how eyes black and that aggression, but more like a controlled. And he when he says I'm both. At the time he's rushed this hand dude.
This guy comes down from this hand guy comes down, tries to stab him from high up, and Peter takes it, webs it up, and breaks the sword while forcing the guy back and catches him before he gets stabbed in the back by barbed wire.
Impaled by rebar, and he says, I am both. Spider-Man.
And so he starts taking out the hands, taking out the guards. The guards start to try...
embracing that power.
The guards start to take the energy gun again and shoot at him, and he uses his organic webs. It goes straight through the blast, webbing up the guns and stopping it.
Mm-hmm.
He goes all the way up to the top, to the ceiling, falls down, and what he would do with his inorganic ones, he does with his organic ones, and just starts webbing up the entire room in a spray.
Mm-hmm.
And then he uses, after he's confirmed that everyone here is incapacitated, he takes his webs and forces himself through the door.
Slingshots kicks through the door.
During this interaction, though, while he was fighting, Bill was taken from where he was standing, put in the chair Jean was in.
Yep. Clamped in with sergeant glass, and she has sergeant glass.
Yes, are ready to kill him. And also the interaction with Peter informed him that, from Frank's interaction with Peter, it informed him that MJ and Ned were trapped too. So he had to not only do this to save...
I don't think he knew that MJ and Ned...
No, he knew because of how close they were.
Oh, okay. He's like, yeah, okay. So he kind of... It was inferred.
It was inferred that he knew that they were close because of the meter thing.
Yeah, the kilometer.
The kilometer, yeah.
Okay. So
that's why he was fighting for that too. So when he gets there, he sees that Jean has Bill right where she wants him. She tells Peter, make any sudden movements and I'm going to kill him right here, right now. You don't want to do that. Yada yada.
Yeah. And the whole time Frank is setting up the fucking gun.
Yep. Jean is like, oh, I want to do this. You know I'm much more powerful now. Before I couldn't get into your head, but I could probably do it now. And Peter's just like, do it. So she goes into his mind, and she sees the clip of when Aunt May first discovered that Peter was Spider-Man.
So for reference, 1 kilometer is about half a mile, 0.621 miles. So they're about Ned and MJ are, the whole sphere is about half a mile out. Yeah. Roughly. I'm just, for people, we're in standard. America's standard, if you're listening, you know. So I just want to give that reference.
So we get the interaction with Aunt May and Peter.
So in that scene where Peter's sitting on the bed with his mask off, he's in the suit, and Aunt May's telling him, you know,
that you're special and everything, but that doesn't mean that you can't.
You're not invincible.
That people can still hurt you, and you gotta take care of yourself. And then it goes, instead of Peter sitting there, is Jean sitting there, and she's getting the talk from Aunt May.
Yeah.
And it makes her feel much better about it. And it's like, oh, obviously, if she saw this earlier, she might have not gone through with everything that she was doing.
And Aunt May disappears, and Peter comes over, you know, not in the Spidey suit, just as Peter. And he sits down next to her, and he's like, and, you know,
we're powered individuals.
Yeah,
we're
they have a heart. They have a heart to heart, you know, and they come to like an understanding. And then Peter senses something, and it looks like the Hulk. It looks like
he hears bang.
Yeah,
and we hear bang. Peter senses it. He takes Jean, pushes her out of the way, and then Frank's like, "Oh no!" And
he gets a fucking bullet to his fucking back.
Yeah, Peter is like,
takes a bullet.
"Are you okay, Jean?" No, yeah, I'm fine, Everyone is free now because her concentration was broken.
Yeah, and she pulls her hand away and it's blood, and she
it's like
shit.
Yeah, Peter is now he's like, I'm fine, and falls down. Yeah. Like he exhausted everything just to make sure she was safe. And he starts bleeding out. Next scene we have Frank Castle carrying Peter's body with his Spider-Man mask on into a hospital.
That's one, and then so he gets, and Jean, from what is said, is that she kept him in stasis until he was healed, and then you see
it was touch and go for Spider-Man for we don't know how long it's been.
Yeah, we don't know how long. People were worried. There was like people did like the candlelight vigils. People were outside going,
Spider-Man is our hero.
Spider-Man, get well soon.
Spider-Man is our hero of New York and everything. And it's like, that would also have been a good for J. Jonah Jameson.
He's a menace, right? Listen,
but J.K. Simmons doesn't reprise his role in this movie.
Yes, this is the one film he doesn't reprise his role in.
But there's a big plot hole. Like, I don't like his when you see Peter.
He's in the bed,
hospital gown, mask off, and you're talking about he came in as Spider-Man. So all the hospital staff. No, he's fucking Peter Parker. They
don't know who he is.
They don't know who he is, but he looks like. So there's a plot hole because someone could easily look at look it up. And
We'll just erase everyone's memory again.
do you understand?
Doctor Strange, I made an uh-oh again.
There's like a plot hole there, and Peter wakes up and he looks over and there's Frank there.
Yeah,
and
like,
Frank is like crying. He's like starting to cry. And he's like,
Peter. He's like,
I'm so fucking sorry, Peter.
I'm sorry.
I'm so fucking
I
sorry.
didn't mean for this to happen. I'm like,
so sorry.
I gotta wait for you to leave. Whenever you're ready, I gotta wait for you to leave.
Yep,
So Peter is. Next scene, we see Peter going out, exiting the hospital, and everyone's like screaming, "Spider-Man! Yay! Spider-Man's alive!"
And then everybody,
And he looks up, because everyone's looking up out a window, and he looks up, and it's Frank in Peter's costume, in his mask and his hands.
And he's just like, yeah, thumbs up, I'm doing good.
Yeah. We don't hear him at first.
Yeah.
Peter's just looking up there. He goes into the crowd, and then we slip over to Frank's like,
Yeah.
and he's like,
and Peter sees that like
a little boy.
He sees everybody like excited, happy, and he's like, it's inferred that like he's not alone.
Mm-hmm.
He has. Everybody loves him, and he sees like another kid. He sees a kid on their dad's shoulder, and he looks over at Peter, and he like does like the web thing. He's like, "Phew," you know, like a kid, and Peter does it back. He's like, yeah, you know, and it's like we're all. It's like he sees that like we're all in this together. We all love Spider-Man, and he's like, I'm not alone or any of that, and he feels like a little bit better with himself.
So he goes back to doing Spider-Man things. He's trying to get back on the horse, and he's talking to the policewoman. And he actually gets her kids' names right this time.
I don't even remember their name, but he's she's like, you need to take it easy. We want you to heal. Blah 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 blah.
Yep.
I take care of this shit. You know what I mean?
And he enters the place he gets the flowers from where he met Ned, and then he sees Ned again.
And he's sitting there, and he decides.
And he said, "Hey Ned, how you doing?" He's like, "I'm doing good." Shakes his hand.
And they do their fucking handshake.
They do their friendship handshake, and then Ned's like, "Peter?" He remembers Peter.
Yeah, he remembers Peter. And then don't forget what happened with Jean on the bus. So you see Jean, like she leaves, and she's on a bus, and you just see her going she's not in New York City, she's like on like a Greyhound bus, and it looks like she's going up to like, I'm assuming upstate New York.
She's going somewhere.
She's going somewhere. I'm assuming upstate New York because she's a fucking X-Men. But maybe...
I don't think X-Men exists in the MCU until it's introduced in the next film.
In my mind, how I'm interpreting it is because Professor X uses telepathy. That burst she did, Professor X knew something. And he was like...
But we didn't get no cameo
We
from
didn't get
Professor
no
X.
cameo.
There's
We didn't get any
barely any fucking thing at the end. And we sat there and we waited and we waited and we waited.
And
so, usually at the end of MCU movies, there are 2 end cutscenes. There was only one in this one. And it was at the very, very end.
Yeah. So when they do the handshake and he goes, Peter... That's it. They do
a little bit of, oh, this is New York and everything, and you're expecting there to be an end cutscene. There is none.
No.
I was
then it goes to the
Professor X to show up and be like, Jean.
Then it goes to the actual credits.
Yeah.
It goes to the actual credits, and then we finally get the actual end credits scene. Well, the spy tracker saying, Spider-Man's in your area. Spider-Man's in your area. Tracking Spider-Man. Not found. Not found. And it zooms out of Earth.
Yeah.
And then it moves over Spider-Man.
Past the moon into like there's like farther past the moon.
Yeah, there's a little space and it's like Spider-Man found. And it has a wormhole opening up.
I didn't notice the wormhole.
It was a little white thing that was expanding underneath the Spider-Man symbol.
Okay.
Essentially,
and then it says
Spider-Man will return.
And that's it.
So essentially, that is gearing up for an incursion, which for people that don't know what an incursion is when 2 parallel Earths crash into each other and destroy one another.
Mm-hmm.
That's what was used to make Battle World and Secret Wars in not the other one, I'm talking about the new one, where Doctor Doom was able to make a utopia for him and everyone that will praise him. He made an entire new world that also erased Reed Richards, but he made Sue his wife and the children his.
So you're saying another parallel world? Okay. I think it would be, in my opinion, I think it would be funny since we've already had a reference to fucking Tobey Maguire with the organic web fluid. I would think it would be funny if Tobey made an appearance as Spider-Man, like, because it's a world crashing together, and we've already done that. He's already made an appearance before.
Yes.
And then it'll be like, Tom's like, we got the same thing, like, we're brothers now. There's some reference to be like,
Andrew
it's
Garfield.
Disgusting.
No, Andrew Garfield has
I
to come
think
in and be like, I got my own now too, guys.
I
Yeah.
think he should completely lose the ability to make organic webs.
Toby?
No.
No.
Tom Holland?
Tom.
No, I think he keeps it. I would say he keeps it
prefer
because
him-
it's his...
He should lose the ability.
I feel like he should keep it, but still make it.
Even
Make
in the comics, he loses the ability.
I know
at the
he
end of
does.
I
know.
series.
I like the cartridge better. I think it's more versatile for me.
I understand that, but I'm also saying like he should make it so that the cartridges aren't on top of his organic ones. Maybe they're on top like the Venom suit.
Venom makes his own too.
I know, but I'm saying like they to do that while keeping it with the fact that he has them, because he had to embrace the Spire side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but as soon as he embraces it, he should lose the ability.
So,
But I mostly want to say that if he loses his ability, it should be he becomes Man Spider, and then after that mutation is suppressed, then he loses organic.
in my
That I feel like would be better.
I like the movie. As I said, I did not like the fact of Jean being the villain. Like, yes, she's done bad things, but when you think of Jean Grey, she's a face. Her Cyclops, and I forget Cyclops' name.
Scott
Summers.
Yeah, Scott Summers, and Professor X. Those are the face of fucking X-Men. So, and they're always, she's, in my opinion, has this moral compass, right? She's always trying to do good and trying to help out and everything. And to have her as a fucking villain, like, I understand this is a different universe, but it doesn't sit well with me. Like, she's done some bad things, don't get me wrong, but, you know.
But that's why
And then again, the world is not, there's no reference to mutants, so, and where did she go? And
so that is also why I'm saying that we're gonna get the original mutants with the Doomsday.
I'm hoping,
So so unless they're like, oh, we're getting rid of that Jean Grey in favor of this one, I feel like the older Jean Grey will be there, and then when they come in, then she'll be the younger one. What if all the mutants on the MCU Earth are actually the younger versions of the older mutants?
that would be fun.
That would mean that the older ones are from a further timeline.
Yeah.
That are coming into the current timeline that are now
That
they don't mess up each other.
But here's the thing: it was supposed to be a Spider-Man movie, and Spider-Man clearly has a villain that does everything that Jean Grey did.
Yeah, but does he have any siblings? Any reason for him to go after them in order to find that out?
He has a bunch of reasons to go after people.
Also, the fact that the Bill guy, also works with Sentinels.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Or he does not. He hates mutants. He's known in the comics as hating mutants. And yet there's no mention. I feel like we just wanted to throw this in because we're going to be doing this. Does that make sense?
It's supposed to be a Spider-Man
It's a Spider-Man movie.
I have a Spider-Man villain that does the exact same thing that they could have used.
Now we just have to figure out if the reason why they didn't use it could be because of rights issues again.
This is
Is he really obscure?
He's a really obscure, and they could have brought a really obscure villain in.
Okay.
And fleshed him out and made him something more than just being obscure.
Okay.
And that's the problem I have with a lot of the movies. It's like, you have this. You have
Spider-Man
the lore.
might have 50. Let's say, I'm just going to pull a number out of my ass. Spider-Man might have 50 in the comics. Spider-Man might have 50 villains, but only
5 of them are well known.
Only 5 of them are well known and copyrighted, and or trademarked out to certain companies. So I can understand the limited it, but you got 45 that are obscure, like the one we found that does the exact same powers as Jean Grey, and that there's no, in theory, copyright or trademark.
She was wearing the fucking hoodie in the scene, and she was going through the fucking shit. That's who I thought it was gonna be, because it looked like a man.
Yeah, it did at first.
It looked like a man.
There was reports of Jean Grey being in the film, but then when we saw the movie, I'm like, okay, maybe Jean Grey is just a random bystander. This isn't Jean Grey. It's just a guy, because it sounded like a guy while we were moving at first. Then it's revealed, no, it's a female,
it's like
and then it's Jean Grey. It's like,
had
okay.
something that they were planning, and then, like, right in the middle,
they were like, oh, wait, we need to promote the mutants.
We got to get a mutant in. And,
we need to promote them.
We haven't shown his face yet, so... Jean Grey, she likes to fuck with people's heads, right?
Yeah, and that's my thing. Like I said, there's 5 that are in theory well known, and then there's 45 that are not, that are obscure. And it's something where it's like they could have looked at that, and I don't know what the character's name is. Mindworm.
Billy Turner.
They could have looked at it, and obviously Crazy has literally, he has it on the phone, he has the backstory, he has the guy's name, he has his powers right there. They could have been like, hey, does anyone own the rights to this guy? We want to have this person here with this, we have this idea, and we want to do it like this. Does anybody have a rights to this fucking guy? And they'll be
exactly.
Like, no! Let's flesh him out right there.
And he has a sad
and they could
story.
Have used every single character that was in the film as a slideshow, as a pawn in his game.
Yeah, and he has a sad story in of itself.
Like, I want them to do the magia.
Like, I wanted them to do something with Tarantula. I wanted to see, like, Tarantula be used and turn into... If they couldn't do it with Peter...
Look like him.
If they couldn't do it with Peter becoming Man-Spider, they could have made Tarantula into Man-Spider. Because that's what happens in the comics. He does, like, 3 major appearances, and one of them he dies as a giant spider, Tarantula. So, that's what I thought they could do. But, like, if they really wanted to use the character, but they used him as a slideshow.
I didn't realize it was him because he didn't look anything like the character that I showed you. So, I didn't even
But he wasn't, but it's also the fact that Tarantula isn't even a spider-powered individual. He's just a guy that uses the Tarantula motif. He's actually a dick. He doesn't even... He's not a guy you want to actually like.
But still, they didn't give us anything that we could do anything with. Like Scorpion, I would have rather had him with a mask. Tell you the truth.
Well, we just discussed about the mask, how it could have been just something you put over, and everything else is just green link. And then when he doesn't have his mask on, that's because he's being controlled. That would have been a tip off for Peter, like, hey, you don't have your mask on. And he's like, why would I need a mask when I'm not Scorpion? Yeah. It's like, oh, shit.
It looked like a Dark Knight thing that they were trying to do with the Scorpion. And the quick cameo of Tombstone, I'm like, but we could have done something with him.
I do want to say that we could have done something with him. I really want to see that guy reprised his role because he does a really good mob boss. He was on Black Lightning as a really good mob boss.
Him, and then if...
But that's what I'm saying, like...
Hammerhead, I can do. But I would have loved to have a Magia with Tombstone and Hammerhead, Wilson Fisk, and Silvermane all
I
playing.
feel like we should wait for Wilson Fisk for, like, another film, because he's currently fighting Daredevil as Mayor of New York.
But you'd be able to...
But he's also in... Daredevil is in prison, so...
You'd be able to bring Daredevil in...
Yes.
To the movie.
Again.
Because Spider-Man's original villain was Wilson Fisk.
Yeah, he was originally a villain of Spider-Man, and then he became a villain of Daredevil later on.
We have not been able to get a Chameleon yet. And I would love Chameleon. I don't know
Okay, can I say something real quick for Chameleon? I just popped in my head. So... that could have been something, if you wanted mutants in there, you could have had Chameleon in there, and he shows as, like, Jean Grey. Or a mutant or something.
But
he wouldn't
be able to do the mind powers.
Not be able to do the powers, but something where it's like...
Like, he needs tech in order to do the powers.
Well, not tech. I'm not saying do the powers. I'm like as like a... reference or something, like makes a comment and he changes it.
Cut the mutants all out and it would have been a better movie. If it was just the Spider-Man movie with Spider-Man foes, it would have been a better movie. And you could even have Punisher in just for the witty banter back and forth. Cut the mutant
Well, that's why I was thinking Man-Spider would make an appearance, because of the evolution and everything.
Yeah, but they didn't pull that trigger.
I know. They probably should have done it. That's what I'm saying. If they didn't want to do it with Peter, they should have done it with Tarantula. But they didn't add him as an actual villain. They just put it in a slideshow.
They should have cut the mutant shit out, and they should have cut the fucking love shit out.
They should have made Boomerang Peter's roommate.
Or
they should have introduced Harry Osborn.
That too.
Because if they introduced him, they could have introducced Norman next.
Because here's my thing. Here's on that. The thing is, Ned Leeds is the Hobgoblin. Now, not in the movies, in the comics. And it's the fact that he works at Oscorp, you said, as a janitor. And it could be as, if MJ's working at a coffee shop until she gets a better job, Ned, we don't know what job he works at in the movie. He could be working as a janitor at Oscorp. He
could be someone that wants to be like a superhero like Peter, discovers the goblin tech that Osborn has recovered from whatever was happening in No Way Home. Because Ned is a janitor and everything, he has access to these things, and so he starts trying to make stuff to become a hero. And a lot of things go wrong, and he's labeled as a villain. Because he messed with stuff he wasn't supposed to mess with.
Honestly, I don't see how they can turn Ned into a villain right now. At this current state,
there's no reason for him to hate people.
He doesn't have any evil in his heart.
Exactly.
And they would have to completely twist the character.
Like, do some form of, like...
And that would just kill that character completely.
Yeah.
Now, if they have another Ned Leeds from an alternate timeline...
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's probably what's happening with the incursion. That's probably where our Hobgoblin's going to be.
Yeah.
And then they could introduce other variants of people, in which case this Ned is the best friend of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And then the other Ned Leeds is the Hobgoblin, and he's also thinner, and he's not Asian.
And he's white. And he's fucking...
And he's evil, and he hates Spider-Man. He's trying to kill Spider-Man. It doesn't matter which Earth he's on. He just knows, I want to kill Spider-Man.
And this J. Jonah Jameson has a handlebar mustache and loves Spider-Man. And pays Peter Parker really well.
You know what? That could be the Armor Spider-Man's universe that we saw. Because that's what happened in the animated series. He was a big shot, everything, and J. Jonah Jameson loved him.
But right now we need to find a way... Well, they need to find a way to introduce the Green Goblin.
They already did the Green Goblin, but they need to reintroduce the Green Goblin on this Earth.
Yeah, for this universe.
Yeah.
So that's why
And
you're saying they need an
I want them to do
Osborn.
a proper Green Goblin. Like, I understand how the Green Goblin in Sam Raimi's Toby's was fine, but I didn't like the costume. I liked the Goblin costume from the animated series. And the comics.
They're like, oh, it would be too cartoonish. I don't care. It's a fucking Spider-Man movie. That's what I want. I want to see the cartoon. I want it to look like it's from the 60s. I want it bright, colorful, with action.
Yeah.
Quips.
And here's another thing. We watched it. We saw it at the theater. We did it in 3D, and there was like 2 or 3 scenes where the 3D worked.
Okay.
Now here's my other thing with when it comes to 3D, and this is for not just Spider-Man, but for any movies, is 25, 30 years ago, they used to make
Heavily into 3D.
Yeah, well, when they had a 3D movie, they would have a 3D version, and then they would have a regular version. So you could watch either or. It feels like these movies these days, when they come out, which scary movie? There was a scary movie that it was 3D, and it was designed to be... Too. It made
with the big titties coming out.
Everything comes out. Like, they could have made Spider-Man 3D, because Spider-Man would work. You got things coming at you, Spider-Man swinging to you. You could be looking and he's attacking a villain, and you're on the villain's POV side.
Getting hit with webs.
Something like that. And,
well, I'm sorry, but this was the only time...
I like Spider-Man is fine, but they could make a 3D version. I'm not saying make a 3D version, but you understand what I'm saying. They used to make movies where they would put it in theaters 3D version, and then they would also sell it as 3D version and 2D regular version. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you could watch it. But I feel like a lot of times they're just like, oh, the theater... And the thing is, don't get me wrong, the theater was packed in our 3D theater. So there's no... You can't sit there and go, oh, it's not... Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Don't give me excuses.
So, 3D... The reason we got tickets for the 3D film was because that was the only time that worked for everyone. And... I'm sorry that the 3D wasn't up to anyone's thing. It's just, I look for it.
It's not you. It's not how you got the tickets. I love it. The glasses are better. I wear glasses, right? And, back in the day, those fucking flimsy paper things, they wouldn't fit over my glasses. The glasses that we get at Cinemark, they actually fit really good and they're comfortable over my glasses. I'm more inclined because of that to go see 3D, but it's like they're making everything a 3D option. And like we've seen other movies that were 3D, but the movie wasn't designed for 3D. It was just kind of thrown in as 3D.
And that's what this was. The screen is a 3D screen, so they show it in 3D, but the movie itself is not designed.
There was
for
a
3D.
scene at the beginning of the movie where Peter is doing that memory where he's sitting talking with Aunt May. And I lifted my glasses up, and when you lift your glasses up for 3D, you're supposed to have that blurry effect. Well, Peter and everything else was blurry, but Aunt May wasn't.
Whatever was in the foreground shot was crystal clear, and everything that was in the background shot was completely blurry, and that's how they illusion the fact that it's 3D, because nothing actually comes out at you.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. I'm fine with it, but there's a way to do it. You know what I mean? Because obviously people want to go see it. I'm willing to go see a Spider-Man now, it's perfectly fine. You can sit there, like Scary Movie 2, you can sit there and watch it without 3D, and it's perfectly fine.
The titties still come at you, they just don't come through the screen at you.
Yeah, does that, if you catch my drift, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's my thing. I feel like theaters are doing it, let's put in effort. Because Spider-Man would have been fucking a great time to try to bring this back. That concept like Scary Movie 2. Because Spider-Man is swinging. Imagine him swinging through New York and it swings out of the screen.
I thought there was a few scenes where I thought that's what was gonna happen, and he just went over.
Yeah.
Instead of at me, and I was like, "Oh, you fucking missed it."
But Spider-Man would have been a good thing to try to bring it back to see. That's just my opinion. Movie was good. Did not like the love scenes, because at the end it seemed like after it was all over, MJ started to look like she was starting to have feelings, and I'm like, I don't want that.
Don't have feelings.
Please don't.
Let him get with Felicia Hardy or some shit.
Yeah.
Yep, or get back with Gwen.
Yeah, but it's also.
But he's gotta kill her.
But it's also the fact that we don't know where he works either.
Yeah.
It's never brought up. He just has like this fucking apartment. He has all this high tech gear.
They do need to explain that in the next film, like where he works. So maybe they do that in Avengers Doomsday, like he's going to work.
There's plenty other love interests.
If he ever does.
Again, he could have an actual Mary Jane, because right now she's only called
MJ.
Michelle Jones.
Oh, Michelle Jones.
So, he could actually get a Mary Jane, or we could do a arc with Betty Brant, Gwen Stacy, Felicia Hardy.
And when we do Gwen Stacy, that can be a reason for Peter to
Jessica
go after the Goblin, because of the fact that Gwen Stacy gets raped and Peter kills Gwen because the Goblin forces him to
throws her off of a roof, and so he tries to save her, resulting in her neck getting snapped.
I was hoping that would happen. That's how sick I am of this love bullshit between Peter and fucking MJ in this movie. And not only in the whole thing, it's overdone. Now I understand Tom Holland and Zendaya
are married.
I totally understand that. But there are plenty of married celebrities that go off and do their own fucking shit. Okay?
They usually end in divorce.
And actually, you do know that this is the only one of the Spider-Man that actually got a happy ending in real life.
It doesn't matter. Peter doesn't get the happy ending. But you have to...
Why don't you want Spider-Man to be happy?
I'm sitting here and I'm like, Jean possessed MJ and has her off, and I'm thinking, please, I would be okay if Spider-Man accidentally hangs the fuck out of her like he did to Gwen Stacy. That is how done I am with that. That love fucking shit. We had a whole movie on him self-sacrificing him fucking self. We're done. Cut. Fuck.
If they...
She's with somebody else. Come on.
In the movie, I want them to only be friends. And I want him to find somebody else.
Yeah, they move on. They're friends. He's friends with Ned now because Ned remembers. She obviously doesn't remember, but she's like, okay, I'll go along with your delusion. And essentially.
Okay.
But that's, overall, I would say it's a decent, good Spider-Man movie. I liked it.
7.
Yeah, 7. That's what I would do. 7 out of 10.
Okay. Well, 8 out of 10 for me. This has been Niku13.
Crazy Cross.
Raven Cross.
We'll see you next time on Down the Board, the podcast.
Remember to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Share with your friends.
Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys are thinking about our shit and about the movie if you've seen it.
See you next time.